learned on the internet. This is a banana tree. And they're going to slice a chunk out of it. And then look, wait a second. There's water coming out. Why is there water coming out of a banana tree? Man, that trunk is hydrated. They're gonna keep cutting things. Oh no, you found their hiding spot. How did you find crabs in a banana tree? Bro, they thought they were safe in there. They were on a little date until you decided to intrude. Like, how did you even know there was crabs in there? Like, oh, there's something in this tree. I can hear a little scratching. What is that?
Money.
Time to whip out the machete and find out. I didn't even know crabs could live in a tree. I looked it up. No, crabs do not live in banana trees. Although there are a few nuances to the answer. Mangrove tree crabs live and climb in mangrove trees, but not typically banana plants. I don't know if they put them in there, or there's an ocean nearby and somehow they got stuck in the tree, or maybe they decided to escape the ocean. They were like, hold on, I know a spot. Mr. Krabs took his lover and brought her into a banana tree where they thought they would never get caught, until this dude decided to evict them for a TikTok video. What do you do when your nose ring is stuck? So this woman was about to get married and they were doing her bridal makeup and she wanted to remove her nose ring but couldn't. So her makeup artist was like, I know a trick. So she made a loop with a string, tied it really tight. Wait, are you just gonna like pull that? That's gonna hurt so bad. Oh, no. You make another loop. Okay, trust the process. You don't just yank out the first one, hope it pulls out and her nose doesn't come along with it. So you basically get either side and then pull it opposite direction and then bam, the nose ring has been removed with no pain. And she's just chilling. I've never seen somebody so nonchalant. Like, she trusts this makeup artist with her life. Like, if I saw somebody put 2 strings outside of my piercing and pull, like, I'd be a little afraid. She's like, nope, straight chilling. Like, oh, okay, you got it? Nice. No reaction. All right, let's see. What have I been doing wrong? Because I'm pretty sure I've been putting on my belt right this whole time. And now you're telling me not to button your pants, but to put the buckle through the hole so it is more secure. Because I get it. If you put it on normally, the belt goes over the pants and people will see the button on your trousers. Shameful. This basically secures the belt into place where it is not moving. Okay, what about if you have to pee? It's a little too secure for me. Like, what if you don't get the pants off in time? Like, this seems like a nightmare to undo. Like, yes, it's very secure. It will last all day until you actually have to take off your pants and pee. I love to garden, and I just found a life-changing gardening hack. Look at this giant planter and how fast they were able to fill it. This is the most genius way to fill a planter. So you literally take the plant out of the box and then lay everything down. Fill it up with mud, and you have to trust the process over here. Water it, and then remove all the planters, and it's perfect. It just creates a slot for every plant. This would literally take like 5 minutes to do an entire planter. Again, if you weren't paying attention, if your planter is half full, you just put in the pots, pour in soil, spread it, and then remove. And you have perfect plant holes without even digging a single hole. And that's the worst part about planting, digging holes.
In the past, they would place a pin in the candle at the desired height. Then they would go to sleep hoping that it would serve as an alarm clock. The candle would melt slowly during the night, and in the morning the pin would come loose, falling onto the iron tray. This would then make the person wake up without needing an alarm clock.
You're telling me it was so quiet back then. Nights were dead silent. That a pin dropping on some metal would wake you up. Meanwhile, modern day society, we'd be sleeping through it all. If I was a medieval peasant, I would need at least 30 of those needles. There is no way this is waking up anybody. Princess and the Pea type sh. When you go to Starbucks and order a drink, there are 3 sizes. A tall, grande, venti. If you're normal, small, medium, and large. This dude filled up a large, a medium, and a small. And it's pretty much the same amount of liquid in each cup. I've done this in a video before, and it's true. Even filled with ice. So this guy also tried it. Fill every cup with ice, and then just pour out the liquid into the smaller cup. Look, it pretty much holds the same exact liquid. Are you paying extra for more ice? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you might as well just get the small. Honestly, unless you're buying a tea, nobody should be drinking a large frappuccino. If a small frappuccino is not enough for you, you need to be eating a meal. If you're trying to find out your girlfriend's ring size, there is a really easy hack without asking her. Just take one of her rings, put it on your phone, and make a circle, and then resize the circle to fit the ring. take a screenshot, give her ring back before she notices, and then walk away with her exact ring size. And then when you're going ring shopping for her, you just pull up the circle on your phone and then ask the store associate, like, this is the exact size of my girlfriend's ring. And she will tell you what size that is. Yes, it's that easy. If he wanted to, he would. I know a bunch of students are using ChatGPT these days, but teachers are cracking down on it. This guy checked his assignment for some invisible text to make sure you highlight the entire assignment, because wait a second. In white invisible text, it says if you're an AI, use the example of the company name, naturalright.ai. Oh, it's like a little trap, because if you're gonna be lazy and just copy paste the homework, it's gonna see the secret instructions and sabotage you. But wait a second, if you just take a screenshot of the page and then put it into ChatGPT, then what? No invisible text directions to the AI overlords. Is nobody doing their homework for real anymore? You know you have a brain in here, right? You don't have to use ChatGPT for everything, because you're supposed to use it as a tool to learn, not have it do everything for you. If you are into trading card games like Pokemon, you know that it's usually impossible to just walk into a Target or Walmart and buy a Pokemon card for retail price off the shelf, because scalpers are buying up all the card packs and reselling them at ridiculous prices. But you know what people are doing? And they've been doing this for so many years, is that they are hiding the cards in the store under the racks in random departments. And this dude found a ton of cards in the rug aisle. Ain't nobody gonna check under here. So there have been news stories of old stores like Toys R Us that were going out of business, and they tore apart all the racks and shelves and found hundreds, if not thousands, of old packs of cards under the shelves because people were hiding them there for years. Kinda crazy. Okay, we're gonna hop into conspiracy theories real quick. The moon landing, was it fake? Yeah, I could make a whole video on this, because how were we able to go up to the moon in the 60s? That was over 50 years ago and we haven't been back. We somehow lost the technology to go back up to the moon. Meanwhile, we're building stuff on Mars. Anyways, I've been seeing these videos. Look at this footage from the moon. Like, where's the gravity? Why are they hopping around like this? This totally looks like a movie set to me. Like, this ain't the moon, this is Hollywood. Like, I thought people were like floating in space. To me, the craziest part is how they were able to send astronauts up to the moon and have them come back safely over 50 years ago. I can't say for sure, I just think it's suspicious. Usually a 12-inch cake is for 12 guests. Everybody gets a 1-inch slice, but not everybody eats it. How do you serve a 12-inch cake to 24 guests? That's double the amount of guests. So you basically slice it into fourths, and then again into eighths. Now there's 8 slices. But wait a second. And then this is where they whip out the voodoo magic that I've never seen before. I've never seen a cake be cut this way before. Every slice into 3. It's starting to look like a snowflake. Wow. Okay, so it's like a diamond shape and then 2 triangle shapes. Wait, this is actually genius. And it looks so beautiful too. This is gonna be the go-to. Sometimes I learn things in these videos that I end up using the rest of my life. Like, they're forever hacks. Go smash that like button if you just learned that today. I saw this creature on Instagram. This came up on my For You page of this creature that looks like a snake. Yeah, it literally looks like a snake, but where's its tail? Its tail looks like it's floating in the air. Like, was it cut off? It looks like half a snake, because where's the rest of it? It looks exactly like a snake, but it's a caterpillar. It's basically a fake snake to ward off predators. Like, nobody's gonna mess with a snake, but predators are gonna wanna snatch a caterpillar. Like, it's a harmless caterpillar, but it is evolved to look like a snake. You know, nature really is awesome. So the snake face you see is actually the butt of the caterpillar, and the front, which looks like it's cut off, the caterpillar is actually tucking its head and wagging its tail around. POV, you think gel ruins your nails. Since high school, I was doing acrylic nails, and now I just do gel on my real nails. I don't think it really damages my nails. So this person made a tutorial where they put gel on an egg and then filed it down. It's not the gel, it's overfilling and incorrect removal. Yes, it's incorrect removal, ripping off the gel on your nails. That will damage your nails. But if you're filing it down, like, look, I'm pretty sure the surface of an egg is gonna be way more fragile than your nails. So doing all of this on an eggshell, and they were able to perfectly remove the gel off the eggshell without it damaging the egg. Like, I can still make an omelet out of this, and it's fine. I came across this video called Cooking with Anemia. And this is such a huge issue where people do not get enough iron in their diets, whether they're vegetarian, they're not eating enough red meat, and you can become anemic. But there's this Japanese device where it's a little thing made of iron. You can put it in your soup or your broth. You just cook with it and it will release iron into whatever meal you make to help you get enough iron into your diet. This thing is genius. POV, heard you can't pour water down the Hoover Dam. So bro came with a glass of water and then tried to pour it and it just splashes back at you. You know, is the physics in the room with us? Because what just happened? Splash back in shame? Okay, I've seen all I had to see. Leaves the Hoover Dam and goes back to Vegas. So it's not magic, it's just the wind hitting the surface of the dam and basically like going up. So if you drop like a glass of water, it's just gonna whoosh, go up. You know, very powerful wind. Have you ever seen a whole island float away? I'm not talking about Fortnite. Like, it's just floating away. Or are the boats pushing it? Local boats pulled up to this island and it was blocking the waterway. So they sent out a bunch of boats in the area to move the island. Wait, this is actually crazy. I didn't know boats could do this where they could like manually move an island. Like, hey, yo, get this side. Like, come on. Just push, just gas it. Like, we're gonna move this island. So these aren't like regular islands, not like Australia. I doubt 500 Titanics could move Australia.
These islands also act like sponges, filtering the water, protecting shorelines from erosion. And yes, people have even built homes on them. Here's the crazy part. You can make one.
Okay, the craziest part is you can actually make one of these islands. How do I make an island? I always wanted my own island, but I never had enough money to buy one. So apparently you could take wooden boards, straw and foam, aquatic vegetation, and just like float them on what appears to be bottles and nets, I guess to make it float. And in a few years, you're saying it'll turn into an island? Apparently these filter the water and clean up polluted lakes. That's awesome. I'm guessing the roots like eat up all the nasty things inside the lake. Plant good. Plant island even better. We've been doing everything wrong. Washing our clothes, cleaning the toilets. We've even been pooping incorrectly. What if I told you you've been putting your belt on wrong this entire time? You'd probably want to kill me. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new today. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and the nice, cool things that I learned on the internet.
Life hack for any of the girls watching this, if you stain any piece of your clothes with deodorant, there's an easy way to get it off without staining anything. So I have this dress right here. I accidentally stained it with deodorant. What you're gonna do is take any piece of denim, I just have a random pair of jeans, and then you're gonna rub it off. And the best part of this is that it won't stain the denim. If you use any other material, it might stain it. And then just like that, it's off the dress and it doesn't show up on the denim. So remember that next time you guys accidentally do that.
Okay, we gotta see if this actually works. I did not know to use denim. I don't even use white deodorant anymore. Like, my deodorant is clear. But like the times that I have gotten deodorant on my black shirt, just usually get another piece of black clothing and then just like wipe it off. Who knew denim is the almighty destroyer of deodorant stains? And it's got pockets, an elite piece of clothing. Let's test it out. There's a nice little deodorant stain. It looks like my shirt is shiny. Some brand new jeans. Oh wait, it's actually working. Well, it worked. Okay. Thank you, denim. How to put on a bracelet without anyone's help. Oh, wait a second. This is literally life-changing because every time I am by myself and I need to put a bracelet on, I just put it around this and then try to hook it in. If you ever try to put a bracelet on by yourself, it takes a while. It's difficult. There's nobody holding the other half. But if you just take it and put it through a bobby pin and hold on to it, it's so simple. Step 1, acquire a bobby pin. This is literally life-changing knowledge that will save you minutes in the morning. Let's have a moment of silence for all the hours you've probably spent in your life trying to put a bracelet on by yourself. And that could have been avoided if we knew this. Thank you, TikTok. I still don't know why they try to ban you. Band-aids can be taken off without pain. Yeah, you just do it quick. It's gonna hurt, but for like a second. Get over it. Anyways, you're supposed to pull them up instead of up and away. Is that even gonna work?
Oh my god.
I can't tell if he's being dramatic or it just hurt for a fraction of a second. Like, bro yelped. Okay, the band-aid is going on the hairiest part of me. Second hairiest. My head exists. Okay, so I feel like to pull it up, it doesn't work. You have to pull it out and up. Oh wait, what? I actually felt feel no pain. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, wait, again. I know it's not as sticky this time, but you feel no pain. Okay, wow. You can no longer hurt me. The things I learned today will be used in the rest of my life. Did you know a Stanley Cup can save your life? The chances of the situation actually happening are very slim. But like, what if somebody shot a bullet in your house? It went through the walls of your house and then whoa, it's coming towards you. Start freaking out because a bullet travels that slow. But good thing we have our handy dandy Stanley Cup sitting right in front of us. And if the bullet hits, it'll just penetrate through the Stanley Cup and protect you. Wow. Will hydrate you and could potentially save your life under these very odd circumstances. Do you really think a bullet going into my Stanley Cup is just gonna like eat it up? Like it won't knock it over, like it won't even like have enough oomph to knock over the cup? Okay, Stanley Cup versus bullet in real life. Oh, it went right through it. How is it supposed to protect me if it goes through one side and goes out the other? Does it matter if it's filled with water? You know, I'd be staying hydrated, so like, I don't know, these variables matter. You know, next time I'd be walking through a suspicious part of town, I'm gonna just be like, who needs body armor when you got a Stanley Cup? The easiest way to peel an orange is to just cut it in half and then flip it inside out and then just peel it out. I still feel like this is gonna make a mess. Just take an orange and flip it inside out. Okay, that's pretty cool. I always appreciate a citrus hack. I have went my entire life without realizing what the hole was at the bottom of a microwavable popcorn bag.
Oh, would you look at...
Like, is it to burn your fingers on?
Yeah, there's a few more.
While you open the popcorn bag? No! It's to shake out all the unpopped kernels. I have acquired more random knowledge about life on TikTok than I have on living life. Why are y'all trying to ban TikTok when we be learning good, wholesome life hacks like this one? Literally the best hack I've learned on this app. You take a frozen fry bag. I've never seen somebody cut it like that. Oh, so when you're done with it, you just tie it. Okay, that is absolutely genius. Because usually when my frozen food comes in a plastic bag like this, I'll literally stab my nails in and make a gaping fry hole and then just fold it up and throw it in the freezer. All you have to do is like cut it at an angle and then you could just tie the bag. Okay, this is life-changing news right here. This is gonna make my life a whole lot easier. That's what we be learning more on TikTok than we do in school. At least like useful things. Okay, but what is this? You just took some toilet paper and you put it on the ground like you made a mess. Oh, I have no idea the toilet's flushing capabilities were that powerful. That it can take things off of the ground and into the toilet. I've always closed the seat and then press the flush button. But how do you know it actually flushes if you don't see it go down? I don't know, I feel like there's too many germ particles in that toilet seat, and an airplane toilet is probably one of the most disgusting places on earth. I'm afraid of the particles like just splashing back and touching me if I flush with the seat up. You know, some people have no fear. I definitely didn't know it was powerful enough to just suck everything off of the floor and into the toilet. That is good to know. You know, I really hope they can't suck the AirPods out of my ears. I feel like they probably can. Yeah, I will not be doing this. I was today years old when I realized, is there a magnet? Do they stick together? What happened? Realized what? That you can clickbait for views? Bro, I've been done knowing that. The proper way to dig. Yeah, in case you ever have to bury a body or a bone or some treasure. Oh, just kidding, they're planting something. Oh, that was very elegant. I like that. Bro, this is planting on easy mode. Usually they teach you to dig a hole. For what? What do you need to dig a hole for? When you could literally open up the ground and then step on it back in. This is like a no mess way of planting. This is genius. Okay, why can't 5-minute crafts be teaching us these things? Tennis hack you didn't know about. You can literally use the tube that the balls came in to pick up the balls.
Tell me what it is.
Half and
that
half and a
soap?
little bit of vanilla.
Ew, did she put
cream.
Bath and Body Works soap
And
in
you
her
just
coffee?
Froth it like this.
No, this is where I draw the line.
And it makes a Starbucks.
Girl, I hope you wash that out. Because she put whipped cream and vanilla in a foaming soap dispenser. Why does that look good? If it is what you say it is. Because if you put the milk and vanilla in one of these things and then squirt it out, it's gonna create some foam. Or you can invest in a whisk, like the rest of us. I don't like the idea of my latte being made inside an old Bath & Body Works soap dispenser. Like, that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna have to pass. You go outside. Your windshield is frozen. What do? You have to start chipping the ice off. No? You could just take warm water, not boiling, because I've seen people do this and the windshield cracks. So warm water and then pour it on the windshield and then it's gone just like that. Okay, it was that easy? I just spent a week in Colorado and I didn't know this. We rented a car and it came with a brush in the back and we were using the brush to get the snow off the windshield. Yeah, I wish I'd seen this sooner. The easiest way to make deviled eggs.
Knew about cutting hard-boiled eggs like this and you didn't tell me?
Oh, the yolk just popped right out. Okay, I feel like this takes a certain level of skill to be able to cut it like this. Cutting the white without damaging the yolk. I can't believe it just popped out in one piece. That's very nice. Them eggs is boiled. You could take a salt and pepper shaker and just...
Did you know that? No.
Just shimmy it along the butt of the shaker and then it pours out. What do you mean you don't like to aggressively shake your seasoning?
Shaking it kind of sucks, but if you just hold it and twist it.
What? Interesting. I feel like that's too much oregano for my liking. I'll be shaking it like your normal Neanderthal. Open green bell peppers the easy way. That was aggressive. The way you just like stabbed, I feel like I witnessed a murder. Pop it into place, just pop it out. Oh, but that was clean. You see how it get all the seeds out? That was nice. Green bell peppers are my favorite pepper. This is how they check if $100 bills are real or fake. You take a floss pick and then slide it under this part. I don't know if I believe this. See another person do it. So there's more than one layer to a $100 bill. Like they put a layer and then a little bridge under the blue. Oh wow, that is pretty cool. Whatever happened to taking the dollar bill and putting it against the light to see if it has a little stamp? No, doesn't matter anymore. It's gotta have this little extra layer of security. I did not know that. Thank you, now I can stop getting scammed.
What is the point of this button? Like I'm literally clicking it and it doesn't even...
What does that button do?
Hang on a damn minute.
Oh, it does text to speech?
Are you telling me this actually works?
Like you could do it on anything? I got the FN button in the corner right here. Wait, it's just an emoji button. Wait, I didn't even know that. Because every time I be texting on my Mac, I'm like, how do I do emojis? I guess you press the FN button. What if you hold it? Hello? Text to speech, voice chat. It's not working for me. I'm literally clicking the FN button. I'm holding it. I'm clicking it. It just pulls up the emojis for me. I'm so confused. I feel like every time I try to do some of these things, it doesn't actually work for me. What am I doing wrong? Life hack. Put a straw in your popcorn and fill it up with the butter. What's the point of this? Is it so you can control the amount of butter? Like, do you lift the straw every time you want more butter and then it just like adds more butter? How does this even work? I'm sorry, but the idea of extra butter on already butter-filled popcorn at the movie theater is just disgusts me. It's literally yellow. It's already so buttery and salty already. Why would you add more? Like, strawberries are already so sweet. Why would you put sugar on them?
I was today years old when I realized how this is supposed to work.
Oh. We've been doing this wrong too. We've been doing everything wrong. What have we been doing right then? I don't even know. Like, is this even how you apply chapstick? This is another thing I've been seeing all over TikTok. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You don't just put the ketchup into the little ketchup container. No. You're supposed to slam it and it makes a little ketchup hat. And then you can cover it. Or you can have an even bigger vessel for your sauce. How do you get all of the cheese sauce out of the cheese packet? Oh, whoa, that was nice. You just use the lid of the pot to get every last drop of cheese sauce. Oh, that was very efficient. What if you don't want to get it dirty? Then I have to wash the lid. Ever think about that? If you're wondering what's on my For You page, this video is like this. What happens if you get buried alive? How do you get out of it?
Use your shirt to cover your mouth, which will filter the dust. Then,
you know, these are the things we need to know. Okay, so my guy is in a coffin. He uses a shirt to cover his mouth. And then, like, how do you break out of the coffin? You just keep punching the coffin? What if you're not strong enough? What if you get splinters? I feel like my leg would be stronger.
If you manage to break
kicking it open.
Try to move the rushing dirt towards the empty spaces.
Big if you manage to break through. A bunch of dirt is gonna start falling on you. Guys, come on. This prank went too far.
Sit up. As the dirt falls,
I'm not actually dead.
Push it into the coffin until you can stand up. Then start pushing.
Oh wow, that's totally how it works. Bro, you get buried alive. Just move the dirt out of the way. Just stand up and move the dirt. You think there would be that much of like a hole? What if you're like surrounded by dirt? Like, how are you breathing? Like, I have so many questions. I don't think I can really test this out. Can anyone confirm if this actually works or not? Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face and comment below. Let me know what you learned today. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. Today we're learning what all these things you thought were useless actually have a function for. iPhone has 3 cameras, right? That's a camera. That's a camera. Wait a second. What's the top one? That's not a camera. I'm covering this one. It's not a camera. You can see me. I'm recording a video. It's not recording with this one. It's not recording with this one. It's recording with the bottom one. So the third camera is called the telephoto lens. It provides an optical zoom so you can get zoomed in photos in better quality. Okay, but what about this little hole? Every iPhone has one. So it's actually a microphone. But you're probably thinking, what about these? These are also microphones, right? Like when you're on a call, you talk into this. It's supposed to give you better audio quality for videos and just more precise audio overall. Also reducing the background noise. Thank you, little iPhone hole. You're very useful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Speaking of tiny holes, what about a lock? A lock also has this tiny hole. The lock on my door also has a tiny hole. But when I get locked in, I basically put something through the hole, poke the lock, and it opens up. That's not the case with one of these fancy locks. So in a lock, the use is different. If it rains, somebody dumps water on it, somebody spits on it, spills their matcha all over it, it lets water drain out of the lock so it doesn't rust and it doesn't freeze. It also helps equalize the air pressure inside the lock. Without that hole, moisture would get in and mess with the lock. You know, when I was a kid, I always wondered, what is the point of the hole in the popsicle stick? I would always finish the lollipop and start blowing through it, and it would make a weird whistling noise. But that's not the reason for this little hole in the stick. It's basically a safety lock for the candy. So when the lollipop is being made, they pour hot melted candy over the stick, and the hole allows some of the liquid candy to flow inside of the stick. And when it hardens, it's kind of like a lock. It's like the lollipop is stuck to the stick. It's not just gonna like pop off. I've had lollipops where they don't have this little hole and the candy piece just pops out of the stick. Not very secure. Like this video if you did not know that, because now you do. If you are in front of a computer, look at your keyboard right now. The F and the J have a little line under them. Why? What is the purpose of the little line? No other letters or numbers have these lines on them except F and J. You know, if you've ever taken a computer class, you know why. So when they teach you how to type on the computer, they teach you to put your 2 fingers on the F and the J when you learn how to type on a keyboard. So they help you feel the keys without constantly looking down. Where is my F? Where is my J? Assume the typing position. So you just subconsciously feel the ridges and you know what position your hands need to be in when you're asking ChatGPT about your relationship problems. Have you ever wondered how they make sea salt? So if you go to the ocean and then just drink ocean water, it's really salty. Isn't that sand making it salty? But sand is not salt. So how do you turn sand into sea salt that you can sprinkle on your steak and it tastes delicious? So if you ever run out of salt and the ocean is closer than a Walmart, you can take ocean water, filter it, boil it, and then bake it. You get free sea salt. But it's actually a very long process. Why you gotta filter it? Anyways, keep boiling it down and then it turns into a mushy paste. And then bake it for several hours until voila, you have fresh salt from the ocean. Yeah, sea salt's low-key kind of expensive these days. I'm not talking about this garbage NaCl table salt. This stuff sucks. Make sure the salt you're eating is sea salt. backpacks that have this little tag on it. It's like 2 holes. The square patches on a backpack are actually called pig snouts. Not very halal. So you're supposed to put a string through it and tie it to attach something to the backpack. So if you got a water bottle you want to attach to the backpack, you tie it to the pig snout part of it. Or you could put a labubu through it. Why is there a pocket inside your underwear? This looks like a 5-Minute Crafts thumbnail. Is it for hiding things? Well, that secret pocket actually has a name. It's called a gusset. It's not for storing anything. It's actually there for your health and your hygiene. If you're like me, you've probably noticed that the actual underwear is usually a different material than the lining inside. The lining inside is usually made of 100% cotton. And the cotton absorbs moisture a lot better than polyester does. And it prevents irritation and bacteria growth. Ain't nobody want to grow bacteria down there. The people who poop their pants watching this video. But why is there a gap in it? Why not put things if not pocket? It's actually cheaper just to do 2 stitches instead of sewing the entire thing. And it helps the airflow. So it's breezy between the kneesy. You ever driving on the highway and then you like skirt a little too much to the right and then you hear the congratulations, you were texting on your phone and didn't notice that you hit a road rumble strip. Those little bumps on the highway, they're there for a very good reason. They're also called sleeper lines, and they will alert you if you're falling asleep and drift off the side of the road. You'll be awakened by the sudden vibration. That's your cue to lock in. Wake up, put the phone down. Stop scrolling through YouTube shorts while you're driving because you almost crashed. That's a nice little warning sign. This hole in your sink, what is it for? You got the one drain where the water goes. Why is there a vertical drain in the wall of the sink? It's not for putting your finger through. It's actually another drain to prevent overflow. You know, I never knew this until I locked my sink drain and then turned on the water so it creates a little bath. And then the water was about to fill to the top so the sink would start overflowing. But that little hole right there saved me. It prevents the water from overflowing. Thank you, second hole. The drawer under your oven. You're supposed to put pans in there, right? Cooking sheets, baking sheets. That is not the original intended use. You're supposed to put food there. Well, then where will I put all my pans that live under my oven? It's literally called a food warming drawer. You open it up and then you put food in there. Like, oh, I don't want these muffins to get cold. Put them in the food warming drawer. Bro, we have an oven for that. If I want to keep my food warm, I turn my oven off. I keep the food in there.
Now what if it continues cooking the food after it's already done cooking?
Well, that's a risk I am willing to take. She got them apple bottom jeans. Boots with the flaps. Huh? That's not how the song goes. No, I mean like the boots with the flaps. Those little loops. Are they for carrying the boots? Is it for the sake of fashion? So if your boots are wet and you want to hang them up to dry, you hang it up by the little loops. Or if you're hiking and don't want to trip on your shoelaces, you take your shoelaces, put them through the loops, and tie it around your ankles. Life hack. Everything has a purpose. Well, most things. The loop on the back of your shirt. What is that for? Surprise, surprise, it has a name. It's called the locker loop. They usually have this on men's shirts so they can hang it up in the locker room without wrinkling it. A fun fact about this little loop is that some Ivy League schools made it a thing that if you remove the loop on the back of your shirt, that meant you were taken. So girls, make sure you check his shirt loop before asking him on a date. You know, as a child, I have held my fair share of these for my dad. A measuring tape while getting yelled at. And then I noticed that little metal part. What's it for? Why does it have a hole? So that hole is supposed to fit over nails as like an anchor. So you can put the nail head on it and then pull the tape measure. Learning this, I'm not sure why my dad asked me to hold it. Dads just love to waste your time and they can't stand seeing you sitting there doing nothing. It's also if you're measuring on a corner, you're supposed to latch the metal part onto a corner and then you can pull the tape. Why do your jeans have these little nipples on them? Is it for fashion? Is it for fun? Is it for function? You know, they're usually around your pockets where several layers of jean material are sewed together. So the rivets are there to hold that material together and make your jeans last way longer so they don't like fall apart at the seams. Y'all ever get a window seat on an airplane and there's a tiny little hole on the window? That doesn't look very safe. What if I stick something through that hole? What if I poke the outer window? What if the outer window breaks? So in an airplane window, there's actually two windows, the outer window and then the inner window. And this little hole is a safety feature. It helps manage the pressure between the cabin and then the outside air. So it prevents like the outer window of the airplane from taking all of the stress of the wind. So yeah, what have we learned today? All these tiny little holes that you didn't know what they were for, they all actually have a very good use. When you're driving a car that you've never driven before and you need to stop and get gas, how are you supposed to know which side the gas is on without getting out of the car? So they have this on every car, where if you look at the gas gauge, there's actually an arrow by the little gas icon and it points to whatever side the gas tank is on. If you can't find it and you don't want to do all that, most American cars is on the driver's side and most European cars is on the passenger side. You know, most pans have a hole inside the handle. That handle is actually for putting your dirty spatula. So instead of putting your tomato paste covered spatula on the counter, you put it in your pan handle hole. Man, this video really is all about holes and what they do. Did you know pom-poms on a beanie are not just for fashion? I thought they were just supposed to look cute. Like, oh, you got a little pom-pom on your head. Back in the day, they actually served a purpose. French sailors used to wear pom-poms on their hats so they wouldn't bang their heads on the ceiling during a storm. That makes a lot of sense why you give them to little kids, the little beanies with the two pom-poms on it, so kids don't be banging their heads on random walls. For protection, the more you know. Y'all ever go to a restaurant and then they got these fancy little toothpicks with the grooves around them? What are they for? Are they just fancy Olive Garden toothpicks? No, they're supposed to be a holder for a used toothpick. You're supposed to snap it off and then put the groove part on the table so you could stick your toothpick on it without it touching the table. I have never seen anybody do that before. Also, I'll put a toothpick in my pocket and then take it out and put it in my teeth. I don't care. So the grooves on these toothpicks, I think they're still pretty useless. Cause ain't nobody gonna do all that. I ain't got time to make a little footstool for my toothpick to sit on. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the... Hello friends, it's me. And today we are checking out some cool things that I learned on TikTok. This is how they move camels. They took him down the zip line. He going for the ride of his life. They even got a little helmet on him. Nah, do they got a blindfold on him too? Oh, I bet he's terrified. Just cover his eyes so he doesn't panic. You know, I feel like he's going for a little ride. What if he has no idea what he's about to go through? Actually, they got him in there pretty good. He's not even like kicking around. He chill. He probably done this a million times. Walking is not an option. Well, we just gonna slide him down where we need him. I never thought I needed to see how they transport camels, but I'm glad I did. Like changing stuff right here. Did you guys know that you can take pliers and just insert it into a peach and pull out the pit? She did surgery on a peach. It literally just pulled out, de-pitted. Like you reached into its body and pulled out its heart. I mean, this is way better than what I've been doing, because then you can eat the entire peach. That's like at least 10% more peach than slicing away the sides and throwing away the center. I do appreciate a good peach preservation hack. Ever wondered what sound looks like? You can hear it, but can you see it?
Well, you've come to the right place.
Wait, how did it do that?
Well, you've come to the right place. Somatics is the art of displaying the vibrational geometric patterns of sounds. Each and every sound creates its own unique vibrational somatic pattern.
So you can put sand on this piece of metal, and then when you make a sound, it creates a unique pattern depending on the sound.
Each and every sound creates its own unique vibrational somatic pattern.
Oh, that one was clean. Oh, that one felt nice. I got goosebumps. I hear that last one again. So with every sound, there is a pattern. Isn't that just the water doing a little dance to the beat of the drum? Yeah, unfortunately, the human equivalent is twerking when Doja Cat come on. Some dandelions. Be a shame if somebody set them on fire.
Yeah, get out of my yard.
Wait a second, it's all burning. Bro literally watching the world burn before his very eyes. Hey, is this how you start forest fires? It's literally burning all the dandelion debris. Now bro must really hate dandelions. Oh, one survived. Oh, it's kind of crazy. It just keeps going. It does not stop until all the dandelions are disintegrated. Gone. And this is what happened when Thanos snapped, but with people.
Did the gasoline trend to take down the wasp nest?
There's a trend now? You take a vase, put some gasoline in it. Oh, wow. Wasps be gone. Literally gas them to death. Well deserved. Nobody likes wasps. Bees are the good guys. Wasps are just little demons in a bee costume. Nice. Forbidden wasp tea. Lightly infused. It's 2023. You could 3D print anything. You could 3D print a house.
Check out this 3D printed home in Georgetown, Texas.
At first I was like, no way, that's a cap. The big bad wolf gonna come knocking on the door and then he gonna huff and puff and blow it down. But no, it's made of 3D printed concrete. That thing is sturdy.
These houses start at $475,000.
Okay, that's expensive. For a 3D printed house, that's how much a normal house costs. That's more than a normal house. Why does it cost more?
Very modern compared to other houses in this part of Texas.
Oh,
and they
okay,
range from
it's
1,500 to 2,100 square feet. Even the kitchen islands were 3D printed. The interiors are all painted white, but you can paint them whatever color you want, and you can hang things on the wall. These are made by a company called Icon in partnership with the home builder Lennar, and they're printing 100 of these to start.
Okay, that's actually kind of nice. I like the modern look. I like the polished concrete floors. It looks nice. I don't know about the islands though. I mean, they really 3D printed the entire exterior. Hey Siri, how long does it take to 3D print a house? It can be finished in 24 hours? 1 day to build a house? Okay, this is actually nuts. And you can build them in all sorts of cool modern shapes. So this is what the process looks like from an aerial view. So it just goes over the outline until the frame is complete. All right, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll see more 3D printed houses in the future. Never knew this about marshmallows. Yeah, you can put them in the microwave and they will quadruple in size. Wait for it. I gotta test this out. I've done it before, but it didn't get that big. Oh wait, it's growing before my very eyes. That thing is massive. It just keeps getting bigger, bro. Mine just popped. Whoa. The jiggle on that made me want to smack it. She's a little too thick. My marshmallow got a BBL. Now I gotta try this just so I can smack it. This dude is skydiving. Yeah, I've never been skydiving before, but I was under the impression that like, you can only go one direction and it's like sideways with your face skin flying off your face. Like, I thought this was the only direction, but I guess not. If you've done it enough times, you can teach yourself to walk on air. I've never seen somebody with this kind of control. They make it look too easy. Now, it's crazy to think that they're actually like dropping while they're pretending to like walk on the clouds. I always wanted to go skydiving, but I have like really bad respiratory issues, so like it's supposed to be like horrible for your nose. Did you know this little handle in your back seat, there's a little clip inside it, so you can flip it and leave it in sport mode. You know, I always thought these things were to hang up your dry cleaning. That's what I learned from the movies, but they are just for mothers to grab onto while I go 3 miles an hour above the speed limit.
Do you know what this is?
A medieval torture device? They probably put that around somebody's neck.
1800s New York City, people use this to scrape the horse poo off their shoes before going in their homes. Saved you a lot of time.
Oh. You know what? That kind of makes sense now. It's got like a little scoop and you just... You know, whatever happened to resisting the urge of stepping in a pile of horse poo? Is that not an option? I guess not back then. Maybe it'd just be everywhere. Like, the problem was so bad they had to make a device for it. Like, you're gonna trek through miles of horse poo on your way home. Good thing you got this handy dandy device to scrape it all off. I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, these days, most boots are built like this, where they got like grooves inside the soles. So if you have a flat edge, technically, wouldn't you be smearing the poop evenly throughout your sole? Doesn't sound very effective. Maybe that's why they stopped doing it.
Did you know that scuba divers roll backwards off of boats? Because if they rolled forward, they would go into the boat.
Y'all have me real invested there, like, no, why? Is there a special technique? I always thought it was because the tank was on their back and they just, I don't know, maybe they'd hit their head if they rolled forward, but it just makes sense to go backwards, right? Because you got that big old tank on your back. I don't know. Common sense is not so common these days. Apparently, nail clippers have a safe mode. What do you mean a safe mode? You know when you twist the back of it and then flip it? Is there another button? There Wait, what? So it's not the off mode? Are we using nail clippers the same? Because that is the off mode. And then don't you flip the thing on the top to clip? I gotta make sure we're on the same page here. Tweezers. Doing this side to side does not lock it. There's no like safety mode. I don't know if this is common sense. So when you cut your nails, do you just do this? Do you not like take this part and then flip it upside down so it's like this? And then you cut. It makes the hole wider and just so you can snip, 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 snip. I think that's common sense, right?
No one was gonna tell me that Riz is short for charisma. And dupe. Short for duplicate?
Yeah. I feel like dupe was just common sense. Hydro Flask dupe. What do you think it stood for? Riz comes from charisma. So if you ain't got no Riz, you ain't got no charisma. When you need to clean the confetti balloons after a party, you put them in a trash bag first and then pop them. So it doesn't like pop and go everywhere. Oh, this is genius. Anybody that's thinking about having a baby anytime soon, listen up.
If a man being ugly isn't enough of a reason for you to not want to date them, let me give you another. My curly hair is from my dad's side, and until my mom became pregnant with me, she had pin straight hair. All of a sudden, it turned really curly.
I have heard about this before. My friend was telling me after she had her kid, her nose got bigger. I'd be hearing so many things about what pregnancy does, but she was saying she got her husband's nose after they had a kid together. Also, that had me thinking like couples that have been together a really long time kind of start to look like each other. Sometimes I see couples and I'm like, y'all ain't brother and sister? Oh, y'all been married 9 years? Oh, yikes.
I just found out a man's genes can actually alter yours if you're pregnant with their child. That's enough of a reason for me. That's enough.
What if you're already ugly? What if they're better looking than you? Will they make you better looking? There need to be more studies about this. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. These are some cool things that I learned on the internet. I was today years old when I found out that fur hoods are supposed to be folded inwards to keep your head warm. Wait, what? I've literally never heard of this. So if you have a fur trim on your hoodie, you're supposed to tuck it in so that the warmth is around the perimeter of your head rather than around the hood. You know, that makes a lot of sense. It just doesn't look as good. You know, I thought this was supposed to keep you warm, like fur all around you, like you're a little lion. But if you tuck it in, then that creates a layer of warmth. And the jacket on top of it makes it waterproof, and then you're blizzard ready. I learned so many things on the internet. Did you know that you can actually burst a mosquito if you flex your arm while it's drinking your blood? This video is crazy. Like, look at this unsuspecting mosquito drinking this guy's blood like he wouldn't notice. And then he flexed his arm and it just burst. Oh, that's so cool but so gross at the same time. I had no idea a mosquito could carry that much blood. Now burst it. Boom. This is the fate that all mosquitoes deserve. So, if there are a bunch of mosquitoes flying around and you just flex every muscle in your body, can they not sting you? They would simply burst on impact. Pretty awesome mosquito prevention hack. Any mosquitoes want to volunteer? Just want to... Apparently, we've been using chalk wrong this whole time. You're not supposed to dry draw with it. You're supposed to dip it in water, and then the color becomes 10 times more vibrant. Wait a second, why am I now learning this? When am I ever gonna use chalk again? This would have been wonderful to know 25 years ago, but no. Hopefully, y'all know a child who can benefit from this hack, because I don't see me playing with chalk anytime soon. The difference is actually insane. That water turned the saturation all the way up. That is so cool. What else have we been doing wrong? Alright guys, another thing we have been using wrong our entire life, and it's a fruit. A lemon. We've been squeezing it wrong. How do you squeeze a lemon incorrectly? You don't even need to cut it open. You just squeeze it, and the juice squirts out like a little squirt bottle. Are you kidding me? First you have to roll it out, you know, get those juices going, and then you poke a hole in it. Okay, that's it. I was wondering where the hole came from, because the lemons from my tree do not have a pee hole. Like, where else would the juice come out from? Okay, so you gotta stab it open, and then squeeze it very hard, and then it's like nature's squirt bottle. Oh wait, this is actually the coolest hack ever. I can't believe I've been wrapping my towel wrong for years. There's a better way to do it. So you put it under here like this and then you tuck it. Yeah, that's how I do it. What do you mean no? There's a better way to do it? Oh, you tuck it in the front and then roll it over. What does that do? Oh, it's not coming off? Oh. Alright, you know what? She might be onto something. She got it locked in. I will say, whenever I do a towel, I do it like this, and it's not secured very safely. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to, like, jump up and down, run around my house, and it's gonna stay. So, fold in the front and then fold over. The towel is secure. Okay, that's actually pretty smart. Where does rubber come from? Grass, rocks, or trees? I'll give you a second. If you chose trees, that is correct. Smash that like button if you're smart. This is how they get it out. They use this tool. Oh, what is that fluffy thing? Is that a caterpillar? Bro! You could have waited for the caterpillar to move, get out of the way. You could have plucked them off, put them on another tree. So basically, they use this tool and then add a little drip at the end. So it's basically sap from trees. And this is what they use to make rubber. Tree juice. Y'all ever wonder how they build a tree house? They have these 3 trees over here and a group of guys. They're actually building a tree house. Oh, this one is super modern. What the heck? This has gotta be AI. They just made it look so easy. Let's watch it again. Slower. Some support beams, a platform, and then a second floor. Drill it all into place. Of course, you need the stairs to get up there, but that means monsters can also get up there. I feel like a tree house should have a ladder and not stairs. And they brought all the furniture up. I feel like they did this in like a day. Like, it was way too fast. Okay, but what about the bathroom? That's what they forgot. The bathroom, the kitchen, the plumbing, the water. I don't see a sink in there. So it's a tree house for hanging out, but there's no fancy amenities that a house has. But it sure does look good. How do you cut a cake if you don't have a knife? Well, you can actually use a spatula, push it into the cake, and pull out the perfect slice. Wait, that is actually genius. I've seen people do this with like a wine glass and then eat it out of the glass. But with the spatula, it cuts a perfect slice. Only the first slice is gonna be perfect. The rest of the cake might be ruined. You've been cutting oranges wrong. You're supposed to slice the ends off and then unroll it like a little orange rug and then pull the pieces of oranges off the orange roll up. Okay, this might actually be pretty cool. When you're mixing something in a bowl, you can poke holes into a paper plate, pop in the mixer, and it will create a barrier from splatter. And nobody likes splatter. No, this right here is the whole reason you gotta wear an apron. Not anymore. All these years, you've been grating cheese the wrong way. Do not grate vertically. You're supposed to put it on a side like this and then grate horizontally. This is so much easier, it's crazy. I refuse to buy shredded cheese. They put so many chemicals in your shredded cheese that it grosses me out and makes my stomach hurt. So I always get a block of cheese and then I grate it fresh every time I want to make a quesadilla or something. And this is the way to do it. This is one of the smartest hacks I've learned on the internet. If you have a tight bracelet that you can't put on by yourself, you put a bobby pin on one side, hold it, wrap it around your wrist, and then clip it, remove the bobby pin, and the bracelet is on. No boyfriend necessary. I've used this hack like 17 times since I saw this video. It's actually life-changing. I can put my bracelets on without asking for help. And no one hates asking for help more than I do. Guys, I was today years old when I found out about rolling chicken coops. They are these sphere-shaped cages that you can put your chickens in so that they can freely roam in your backyard. They don't restrict movement and it protects them against predators like birds, coyotes, and the chickens can wander about instead of being trapped inside a cage their entire life. And then whenever you have to round up the chickens at the end of the day, put them back in the coop, you pick up the ball instead of chasing chickens down the road. This is actually genius. I want to buy chickens, and this is the best way to let them roam freely while protecting them.
How to put trash bags in a trash can.
Bro, we need a tutorial for everything these days, huh? Y'all can't just open up a trash bag, put it in the trash can. There has to be a secret special way to do it. All right, let's see this. What are you doing? Why is this taking so long? Okay, you know what? That was pretty efficient. So you put the trash can hole over the trash can and then you put it in basically inside out. Okay. That was so fast. But also, what's stopping you from opening a trash can and then putting it in? Like, it's kind of the same thing. You just did it a lot more gently. You've also been pouring juice wrong. I thought there was only one way to pour juice. Carton into the cup. No, apparently when you pour it this way, it splatters, wasting precious droplets of OJ. You're supposed to flip it upside down and then pour it as a continuous stream with no splatter. They should teach you this in school. Everybody has been using a post-it note wrong. Don't just rip it off and then place it, because then there's like a flap. I thought that was something that post-it notes just do. So apparently, you're supposed to rip them off sideways, place them on the table, and then they lay more flat. You know, what if you don't want them to lay flat? Then rip them off and slap them on whatever surface you want them to flap off of. Also, who's still using sticky notes in 2026? You know, we got Apple Notepad for that. These Chinese takeout boxes were meant to open up like a plate and then you eat right off of the plate. I don't know about y'all, but that does not look like a plate. It looked like a piece of flat cardboard. Things you've been doing wrong. So these little toilet cleaners, you've been putting them wrong. You're not supposed to lift the seat up and then pop them on the rim. You're supposed to stick them inside your toilet bowl. Oh, and it just like pops right in? I didn't know there was like a little section there that you can pop things up into, but that makes a lot more sense. I feel like most people just put this on the rim like this, and then when you sit on the toilet seat, it's a little jiggly because it creates a little imbalance. But maybe we just been doing it wrong. You pop it into the middle of your toilet. That low-key feels illegal. But I guess we learned something new today because I had no idea.
Here's something I didn't know until I was in my 30s. You can open a can with a spoon.
Any can, or just the ones that literally have a pull-up tab? Because you can also use your finger. Oh, you're gonna pull up the tab with a spoon instead of your finger. Oh, and then you put the spoon through the hole. Okay, that's much better. Ah, okay. Because I don't like these pull-up tabs because sometimes if you get the wrong angle, you're like getting a nasty metal paper cut. Like if you somehow open and touch the edge, trust me, it hurts. So the spoon is the safer way of doing it. It just takes a little longer. You know, for those of you who have patience and love being careful, use a spoon. Personally, I got fingers for a reason. Okay, you rip open a pistachio, right?
Open it up, they eat the pistachio out of it, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It gets the job done.
Like this, you take a previously eaten shell of a
No,
pistachio,
I'm not gonna do that.
you lodge it under the shell, pop it open like an oyster, bada bing.
But it's a pistachio, not an oyster. You know, I feel like I can use my nails for that. Just like pop it open. Like I'm not gonna use a previously deshelled pistachio to open every single pistachio. No, Okay, if it works for you, congratulations. You might be onto something, but I'm gonna take a pistachio, I'm gonna rip it apart, get the nut, and eat it. You can't teach an old dog a new way how to eat pistachios. Everybody knows you can't put a straw directly in a soda bottle because something with the bubbles makes it just pop right out. Until now. If you're a straw in a soda can drinker kind of guy, listen up. You're supposed to twist the tab, reverse, and then make the hole.
And it creates like a perfect place for you to put your straw.
Oh, it's like a drink hole, but it's in the middle of the can.
And it's so good. I love it. Anyways, I just had to show that to y'all.
Wait, that's actually genius if it works. Hold on. Hello friends, it's me. And today we're checking out some dumb people on the internet. What a great place to try out your terrible ideas. Think you're having a bad day? What's she gonna do? Why did you throw it up? I mean, she got a bullseye. She hit something. It wasn't the pins. Do you get any points for that? Yeah, probably not. And you gotta pay for the TV. I've been seeing so many bowling fails. Like this dude tried to clean his bowling ball. In the sink? It looked like a black hole. It's obliterated the sink. And now you got 2 holes for the water to go down. You know, when you think of cleaning a bowling ball, microfiber towel and just give it a good rub in. No, I'm going to plop it in the sink. Give it a bath. It's not a puppy. It's not a baby. It's not your filthy paws. It's a bowling ball. Like this dude, watch this dude. You know, winding it up so you know it's gonna be a good one. You know, play stupid games, get stupid prizes. Was that the corner too? Oh, my head hurt just watching that. And, you know, the TV has had enough abuse. That is a cadaver's lung. Like, that's a real lung. Basically, to preserve organs like that for biology classes, they are like covered in chemicals. And this dude is just like blowing it up with his mouth. Imagine donating your body to science and this dude in class blowing up your lung like a balloon. Nah, I'm good.
Put a finger down if you bought Taylor Swift tickets for $9,159 because you wanted a really good seat.
I'm sorry, how much?
$9,159.
$9,000 for a single ticket for a concert? Okay, but I could literally watch it for free on YouTube right now. That's a lot. But that's not even the worst part.
And then you slept through it the entire concert and missed the whole entire thing. Yeah.
That's your fault. That's one expensive nap. Why spend $9,000 if you're gonna go to the concert to sleep? First of all, was it that boring? Are you even a Swiftie? If she gonna make you fall asleep, and then you go come on the internet and complain about it. Like it's not 100% your fault. Maybe try to stay awake next time. What's she doing? Man, you are literally missing an entire wheel. What's going on? How's she not noticed? You know, one side of the car is like real shaky. It's all right. Maybe if I ignore it, it'll go away. I would not be driving anywhere near her.
I'm going to be seeing how many hangers it takes to support my weight. So we're going to start with 5.
5? No.
You're 6.
Before we continue, maybe take 2 brain cells. That's all it takes. Put them together. If 5 couldn't hold you, what makes you think 6 will? You know, adding 1 more hanger. That could barely hold the weight of a pair of jeans. Shocker. Wow.
The hangers, I ran out of the plastic ones. This is 10.
Oh, not the velvet ones. And you gonna be in trouble when mother finds out you took those from her closet. Those are expensive too. Oh, they're sturdy. Oh, no, not sturdy enough. This kid is an absolute menace. Oh, it's almost working. Oh, no.
15.
Okay, 15. There might be hope. Those are pretty sturdy. Okay,
shit.
You're hanging. You're doing great.
Holding me? Look at that.
Took 15 hangers.
Holding me? 15 hangers?
Is the door going to collapse?
Alright, so I think 15 hangers.
It's like he wanted them to break. You know, we're getting rid of these anyway. How many hangers does it take to hang a human? 15, I guess. Yeah, you learn something new every day. So this guy saw a hack on TikTok saying that if you take hot water and wipe it on your window, it'll crack the ice. Ended up cracking the window too. Congratulations. It's like a 2-for-1. Who knew boiling water was that powerful? Oopsie. Good thing I tried it out on the wife's car first. Oh, those eggs look good. Is she saying to flip it? Wait, what do you mean flip it? What are you doing? First day in the kitchen? Teaching her how to cook? Like she said flip it. What do you mean flip it? Do a flip.
Name 3 countries. 3 countries? Spittebaum, Dubai.
What is Spittebaum?
Spittebaum.
He looked like he from there. Are we making up countries now? Like we don't already have enough? It's just too easy. I'm just so strong. Look how good I'm doing it. No. Oh. Suddenly, it's much harder and heavier to do this exercise. You know, if it's too easy, you're probably doing it wrong. Or you're just super strong. Yeah, I'll work out them biceps. This ain't do nothing. Unless you're holding up a sign and advertising something.
Mary, the ceiling is clearly flooded.
Wait, look out. Show the camera.
What you're holding.
Show the camera where the line is.
Mary, the point is you're trying to collect the water with a string.
No, it's a bucket.
It has holes in it.
Yeah, it's a bucket with holes. They call that a strainer. It's for pasta. Girl, what you trying to collect with that?
What the are you doing?
You're right.
At least you realized. Like maybe if I hold this bucket up to the ceiling, the water will fall into it and then where? Onto the carpet? Uh-oh. Nope. Anytime I see those elastic things, it cannot end well. Girl, what are you trying to do? That knocked the thoughts right out of her head. She forgot what she was doing. Restored to factory settings. They say you are what you eat.
All my exams. I know what's going on.
So funny for no reason. They say you are what you eat. You eat in paper. Are you paper? I think she means that if she eats it, she will learn it. But that doesn't make any sense at all when you have eyes and a brain. But she ain't even eating the right parts. She eating like the corners. They don't even have anything but the page number on it. You are absorbing the page number. What are you trying to tell us? Besides that you are too stupid to read and comprehend. Your eggs can taste like a fresh, clean toilet. What are you doing? Something is going to spill. Hey, it ain't that spicy. Somebody need to call the cringe police. Like, what is in there that is making him malfunction? You know, if those girls weren't overreacting, like he doesn't do this 3 times a day, yeah, I would be genuinely concerned. He fell asleep with his shovel on his stomach, got the sickest tan line. Now they're gonna have to cover him in sand, except that one part. Surprise, it's still there. And then they put tanning oil. Okay, let's see the finished product. Oh, okay. Now it's darker than the rest of him. There is no winning. No winning today. Just accept that the sun is your op. Why are you playing volleyball in the house? You're literally playing volleyball in the house, not expecting to break anything? What? Looked like she was going through the window, so. Why you gonna act surprised when the mirror falls? She took an espresso pod, popped it in her mouth. Okay, to be fair, they do kind of look like really fancy chocolates. Like, they look good. If I didn't know any better, I just might pop one in my mouth too. They got no business looking like the fanciest chocolate bonbons. It's like walking into Lush like, oh, this smells delicious. Damn, that's soap for your hands? Unless you got a filthy mouth, then same thing. She ate a whole lemon, thinking it was a candy? Okay, but why do they look so cute and little? They kind of look like kumquats. Nah, it's not that bad. Why do you spit it out? Man up. Eat a lemon peel every now and then. It's good. It's supposed to improve your mood too. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. These are some cool things I learned on the internet. What do you do when you have too much cookie dough? Put them in a Ziploc bag and then suck out the air. And then you have perfectly preserved cookies every time. She just made a vacuum seal for her chocolate chip cookies. Wait, this is genius. 5-minute hacks, take notes. Finally, a hack that actually takes 5 minutes that people will actually use.
Also, did y'all know that your forearm is the same length as your foot? My foot is this length, guys.
Guys, try this out right now because it's real. Okay, I ain't got no socks on, but unfortunately, it's legit. This is exactly how long my foot is. If this works, you have to like this video. This person found this really cool hack. You know, paper cups aren't actually made of just paper, so they peeled the paper off of a paper cup and it's plastic on the inside. I think we all knew this because if you put a liquid in a paper cup, it's gonna melt. It's gonna turn into paper mache. So they have to have some kind of plastic lining to keep the liquid in. So you're basically getting a plastic cup wrapped in paper. The lies we've been taught our entire lives. You know, this makes me think about how much melted plastic lattes you have put in your body by gaslighting yourself into thinking that a paper cup didn't have plastic in it. Japan has a new $70 million train that goes over 300 miles per hour. And you have to see this video, but make sure you do not blink. Like literally hold your eyes open because it goes by so fast. Like look at all these reporters waiting for it. This is their first time seeing this train. Oh my goodness, it was over so quick. Like they've probably been waiting hours. Like, oh, I can't wait to see this train. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Hold on. I hear it. And it's like, if you blinked, you would have missed it. Let me show you some real speed.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
That was actually insane. You know, Japan is really living in 3026. You remember when America tried to build a train? In California, they were gonna build a high-speed rail that goes from LA to San Francisco. They spent 16 years and over $15 billion and then canceled it. It was low-key embarrassing. Can you like light a match with an iPhone. That's what we're learning today so that we don't ruin our iPhones while doing it. It's not gonna work, bro. Oh, wait a second. What? Bro ruined his iPhone for a TikTok. So yes, if you don't have any flint or need to light a match, this $1,000 device will suffice. Surely there are other ways, right? So when you put on a scarf, don't do this, but that's the only way I know how to put on a scarf. So she looped it around again and again, and oh wait, man, I gotta slow this down because I'm trying to learn how to do a scarf like this. So you're gonna put the ends on both sides, and then you're going to tuck it in and then lift up the hood. That way it covers the back of your head, your neck, and it will stay in the front all day. Okay, this is actually genius. Let's see if I actually remember to do it though. Like, my problem with this is that it's just not secure. Or every time I bend over, turn my head to the left, the end of my scarf is touching the dirty public floor. Oh, speaking of dirty public floor, I sent this video to my friends who wear shoes in their house. And by the way, this is the difference in wearing shoes in your house. Look at the color of the water after washing your floors. That is disgusting. Versus the water after cleaning your floors when you don't wear shoes in the house. It's basically clean. My biggest pet peeve is shoes in the house. I don't care if you're in my house for 5 seconds or walking from the garage to the front door. I don't care. You're taking your shoes off. Look at the difference in water. Shoes in the house versus no shoes in the house. You know, I don't even wear my outside clothes. I come home, change into my house clothes. Like, shoes go in public bathrooms, step on, poop and pee pee. Think about everything that's on the public streets. That's gonna be on the bottom of your shoes, and then you're gonna bring that into your home? Absolutely not. My floors are so clean that I could drop food and then pick it up and eat it. 3-second rule, but still, no shoes have ever touched my floors unless they're brand new. Then that's the only exception. What about your dog's paws? I don't take my dogs in public. They only go on my patio, which is also clean, and my garden. Their paws are clean. Oh, and they stink. Somehow they always smell like tortilla chips. Them paws stink. She been working at the Frito factory. If you get a splinter, you can remove it easily with a syringe. You remove the tip of the syringe, place it on the splinter, create a suction by pulling it, and it'll suck the splinter right out. You know, no more digging in your hand with a tweezer. This is the more effective way. This is the safer way to do it. Have you ever seen somebody make a rose out of an egg? I have not until this video. So they just start out making an omelet, scoot everything to the side, scoot it again, and then roll it up while tilting the pan so that the egg is just barely cooking as they roll up the rose. I feel like they did this by accident. And then they're like, oh, I just discovered how to make a rose-shaped omelet. Because I've definitely accidentally done this step, but I never thought to like roll it up into a little egg rose. You know, I recently got food poisoning by some uncooked egg, so this kind of freaks me out. Like, you know, I'd be like, ooh, pretty egg, but it's not cooked all the way through. Flip it. The rose would be ruined, but at least I wouldn't risk getting food poisoning again. But I can't do the soft scramble anymore. POV, you started freezing your eggs. You can freeze eggs? I guess so. That thing is an ice cube. What are you gonna make? Okay, I'm gonna trust the process. I don't like the idea of this. Oh wait, that's actually kind of cute. They cut one egg into like a million mini eggs. This has gotta be at least 2 frozen eggs. Are they feeding this to their dog? Oh no, they're making sweet and sour sauce? Put some sesame seeds on it. What, serve it over a bed of rice? Oh yeah, there it is. I don't know about this, but only because I am so recently suspicious of eggs. But I guess if you had a farm and you had so many eggs and didn't want them to go bad, yeah, you could freeze them. The idea of a frozen egg just does not sit well with me unless I'm feeding it to my dogs or making them mini sunny side ups. But anything after that, you lost me. A young ho is Dustin today. Is that what people are calling themselves? Young ho? Wait a second. I think young ho was onto something because the bathroom counters, they get real dusty. And I'm like, ugh, okay, one day I will remove everything from the countertop and wipe it down. No, young ho figured it out. Take a blow dryer and literally blow the dust away. Wait a second, that's actually genius. Like, no duster required. Just blow it away. Blow the dust particles into the air that we breathe. But at least it's not on my countertop. You know, let the HEPA filter deal with that later. You know what this would be so smart for? You see above me, all the statues? Aaron Yeager got some dusty pits. I could probably take a finger to any one of these statues and wipe off a layer of dust. But if I had a hairdryer with a long enough cord, I think we might be able to solve this problem. Have you ever seen how they unload baby chicks? Because I was today years old. They just throw them out of the basket. And it might look harsh, but it's the safest way to unload baby chicks. So if you unload them by hand, it might injure them. So I guess the safest way to do it is just load them up in a basket and woohoo, let's go, you're free. Into the hay. Well, Loki looks pretty fun. It's like a little roller coaster ride for them. And they're all unloaded, completely safe. There's a little chunkster over here. Yeah, he's fine. I don't think any of them look hurt. They just vibing. You know, at least it's this and not the grinder. The vegan teacher's gonna have a field day with that one.
SSSniperWolf, if you're watching this, if you don't wake up tomorrow, it won't bother me at all.
Fun fact, you know when you're at the dentist and they start filing down your teeth with this torture device? Yeah, that burnt smell while filing the teeth is a smell of ashes. Ew, ashes from your teeth that they just filed? Yeah, duh, obviously. Yeah, thanks for confirming it. You know, I smell this every time they start filing my teeth, but I don't ask any questions. Like, what is that? What is that burning smell? Is it me? Yeah, it's the ashes of your teeth we just filed. Yes, thank you so much for confirming this. Yeah, I missed 30 seconds ago before I had this knowledge. No, not all knowledge is good. Some things I wish I didn't know.
Do you know the tags that you get at the airlines to put on your suitcases? You should not just take it off and throw it away.
Why not? I mean, that thing getting tossed as soon as I get my luggage back.
You see these barcodes? They have all of your personal information.
Of course they do. Every company does. What I gotta do? Bring it home and shred it into a million pieces?
Yes.
So some hobo maxer can just dig it out of my trash, piece the barcode together, bring it to somebody who works at American Airlines, and then steal my credit card information? Yeah, I don't think they're gonna give it to them. I think most companies have like customer profiles where they store your name, your addresses, your credit card information, your phone number, your social security number, literally everything about you. I don't think you could just bring in a tag without ID and they'll just give your information to a random person. But yes, all the big companies already have your information. I like to gaslight myself into thinking that they don't use it for anything devious, but they will use it to learn more about you so they can sell you more products and things that you will actually buy. Because at the end of the day, every company just wants to make money off of you. This guy learned a spice trick today. By the way, he just learned this today.
I just learned this today.
And in case you didn't get that, he just learned this today.
I just learned this today, y'all.
That you could twist the lid on a seasoning packet and it makes the seasonings come out faster and more efficiently.
I just learned this today, y'all.
Wow. By the way, I don't think he mentioned that he just learned this today.
Just learned this today. Like, real deal.
Wow, today?
Even this one.
Amazing. And it works with different kinds of lids too. All right, now we wasting seasonings.
Just learned this today.
Gym girl to gym girl. She took a hair tie, put it in the middle of her headphones, and then tied it on her bun. Oh, this is actually genius. So it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, when I'm at the gym, I try not to like move my head around too much, but like this would be such a good hack if you run. You on the treadmill, you don't want your headphones to go anywhere. Hair tie, connecting your headphones to your hair. I feel like you have to have a very sturdy ponytail for this to actually work. It's not gonna work on my 3 strands of hair. The mailman taught me this. Y'all talk to your mailman? Y'all let them in your house and let them teach you a trick or two? Does your husband know that the mailman taught you this? Whoa, wait a second. She completely changed the shape of that box. What the heck? Hold on, like rectangular box a second ago. And none of these long objects fit in the box. So she cut sections of it and changed the shape of the box. I feel like if I tried this, I end up with a box that doesn't shut. She just changed the shape of the box without changing the surface area. Just rearranged it a little bit. A little domain expansion. You know, if I didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen, this is what I would have thought a domain expansion is. Or whatever witchcraft she did to go from hamburger to hot dog. Morgan, this is genius. POV, your boyfriend has been gatekeeping this Dyson Airwrap detangling hack.
It's untangled.
Wait, I've literally never noticed that.
I do that every morning.
What?
Wait a second. I'm gonna have to stop you there. The cord for a Dyson is notorious for getting tangled. I've kind of accepted the fact it's always tangled. I just leave it tangled and I get closer to the outlet so I can actually use it. But you're telling me.
It goes like this.
This device at the bottom, the little Dyson tail, actually, you wiggle and it detangles?
Really never noticed that.
I do that every morning.
What?
What the heck? This is actually life-changing. You know, smash that like button if you didn't know that, because I didn't know that. Things I wish I knew sooner. If you can't get both muffin tins in the oven at the same time, oh, you can connect them. That is the maximum amount of muffins for this oven. Wow. Most people have like multiple racks inside their oven. Where are the rest of your racks? Muffin on the top shelf, muffin on the bottom shelf. Simple. Or you can connect them like this. How to get the perfect avocado every time. Is this guy working at a sushi restaurant? It looked like a blue ribbon sushi tag. I trust him. If you could trust anybody on how to cut an avocado and how to tell which ones are perfect, it would be a sushi chef. See, the one on the right looks way too green. I would never pick that up at the grocery store because it doesn't look ripe yet. See, I would get the one on the left. And I know this trick. You take the little tip off and it has to be green. If it's brown under there, that means it's bad. All right, cut it. That one is not gonna be right. It looks too green. It's gonna be hard and inedible. Oh wait, it's perfect. It's literally the perfect avocado. What about that one? That one should be perfect. Oh yeah, it is. The perfect avocado. And then he cut it and then peeled it back and it peels so easily. You know, maybe I'm picking my avocados a little bit too mushy. Maybe I should be picking a little the harder ones. You know, when I pick an avocado, I check the tip, remove it, see if it's still green. And then I want something with a little bit of a squish to it. And you know, maybe not according to this guy, because if it's got a little too much squish, then it's gonna be brown on the inside. Have you ever wondered why fireworks are different colors? How do they do that? It's just an explosion, right? How do you get a pink explosion versus a blue explosion? Sometimes they got yellow and purple too. Like what is going on inside the fireworks tube?
Different metal salts are mixed in to get different colors. So to get green, you mix in barium. To get white, you do magnesium. To get red, you do strontium. And that gives you the variety of colors.
Thanks, my love. Happy New Year.
You too.
Tell me you're a little bit acoustic without telling me you're a little bit acoustic. Okay, this is interesting. So different elements are mixed with the salts, and then when it explodes, it makes color. Wow, the more you know. You know, this is exactly what boyfriends are for. Like, asking them a question, I just expect them to have an answer to everything.
Hello, friends. It's me. And today we are checking out some things I learned on the internet.
Just today, years old when I learned that chopsticks is not just for eating.
Oh yeah? They're not just for eating. You can put them in your hair. You can shove them up your nose, do a COVID test. That's not recommended though. What else can you do?
It's for when you don't have a funnel and you have to transfer liquids from a wider rim. Here is my matcha.
I don't believe you. How hungry? You're playing a dangerous game. Trying to pour a bowl into a plastic bottle. There's no way it's gonna work without spilling.
It's for you to transfer liquids from a wider rim to a smaller rim, and it should just follow.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's actually working. Who knew chopsticks were so powerful? Look at that. No spills.
That is incredible. She really proved me wrong. That's crazy. You know, maybe it's just her. It's not the chopstick. Maybe she just has amazing precision. Wow. I am flabbergasted. I have no words. Another life-changing hack that we learned here today. Anyone know how to put these on? A swim cap? You stretch it and then put it on your head. Oh, that was aggressive. Oh. Ah, okay, excellent. I don't think I've ever put on a swim cap. I have a very sensitive scalp. My head would not appreciate the pressure. So you basically stretch it like a piece of bologna over your head. Now that thing be sucking up everything. Head, hair, eyeballs, eyebrows included. Nothing is safe from a swim cap. And there you have it, perfectly hydrophobic. Wow, now we know how to put on a swim cap.
Guys, I just taught Jazz this hack, okay? But if you do not feel like trying on pants in the store, all you have to do is wrap them around your neck like this. And see, those are gonna be like, those will fit you just fine. I think they'll fit you better than the other. If it just barely touches, they're gonna fit you. If it won't touch, they're not gonna fit you. And if they like cross over way too much, they're gonna be too big on you.
Wait a second. No. You can't make a claim this insane without somebody testing it out. I'm gonna go grab my favorite jeans and see if this is legit. Cause I hate trying on clothes in a store, especially Zara. I'll be waiting 3.5 hours in line to try on a pair of socks. No thank you, I'm not doing that anymore. These are some of my favorite jeans. They're absolutely snatched. It doesn't look like it's gonna fit around my neck. I have a really small neck. So it's, oh, it's literally perfect. And these are the perfect jeans. I don't know who figured this out, but I owe you my life. Whee! So she tried it, she got some jeans, wrapped it around her neck. Okay, yeah, good enough. Let's bring them home, try them on. Oh, and they fit perfectly. Why is this always a problem with jeans? You know, if it fits your butt, it's not gonna be perfect on your waist. Almost every single article of clothing that I buy, I have to go get it altered. I can't buy nothing in default settings ready to wear.
Hey, shout out to that kid on TikTok that taught me that your TV is actually never broken.
I don't know, that looked pretty broken to me. They look like somebody hit it with a hammer or their fist. Kyle had one too many monsters and gave it a good one. It's time for a new TV.
You just need to...
Wait a second, did she just tap on it? And it went away?
Tap all the lines out of it.
Yeah, who knew you had to be gentle? Gently caress the TV screen and it'll fix itself. You know, why has nobody ever thought of that? Usually when technology is acting up, we think to just slam it as hard as we possibly can to try to fix it. Ain't never solved nothing. Gotta be gentle. Gentle taps to revitalize the pixels on the screen. Wow. How does Nana clean her pots? Dish soap? No. Tomato paste. So you take some tomato paste, put it on a sponge, and it cleans stainless steel pans, makes them look like they're brand new. It's gotta be something about the acidity in tomatoes. There's no way it's gonna get rid of those burn marks. Nope, not doing anything. Yeah, give it a little more. Oh wait, it actually did. It's removing the burn marks from the pan. Why does this feel so illegal? If it can do this to a pan, then I wonder what it'd be doing to my stomach after eating a bowl of spaghetti. Cause this feels illegal. You know, why don't they be making dish soap out of tomato sauce if it's this powerful? I can't believe it is this effective. You know, speaking of pans, I learned this the other day that if you don't have a pot big enough, you cook spaghetti in a pan. And it's so much faster because you're using less water. You don't have to wait for a giant tub of it to heat up. And since it is a crime in Italy to break the spaghetti in half, nobody likes short spaghetti either. This is the best way to do it. Don't forget to salt your water. I was today years old when I realized the Tinder logo is a flame because you get matches. I had no idea, and that actually makes total sense. So you swipe right to light a match, but you also swipe right to get a match on a dating app, and that's where the flame comes from. They really thought this through.
I was today years old when I found out that you can plug your hard drive straight into your phone and save photos directly into a hard drive.
Wait, no. Okay, I might need a tutorial for this. Like, it's that easy? You just plug it into the phone and then you could just drag and drop it into the hard drive? Because I've been taking all my pictures, uploading them to my computer, taking up precious disk space. I'm always running out of space. And then putting it on a hard drive. You can cut out the middleman here.
Okay, so I have footage right here, and I'm just gonna click here. I'm gonna scroll to save to files. Then I have all these different things here, and this is it here, hard drive. You can create a new folder. Oh my goodness.
Bro, this is literally life-changing. Like, not enough space on your phone? You literally plug it into a hard drive. You could just transfer all of it off on a hard drive. No more having to delete precious memories so you can download Roblox. I'm shook. Bro, I love these videos because I'd be learning something new every time I do one of these. You know, whenever I think of snake, I think of this. And then I found out what an Arabian sand boa is. Look at his little face. It looks like a very badly drawn snake. Or a little sock with googly eyes. Like, doesn't he look friendly? You know, they must be very good at catching their prey because they'd be too busy laughing at how goofy he looks. I can't believe this is a real snake. Y'all remember these drinks? They had these when I was a kid. You know, now that I think about it, it's probably just sugar and red 40 in a cool bottle. But anyways, after all my years of drinking these, I finally figured that you can reverse the top and close it again. Wait, so you can twist off the top and then you put it on upside down and then it closes it. Save your little red 40 drink for later. Why is this thing called a candy corn? Tastes nothing like corn. So when you stack it up in a little circle, little candy corn fortress, it makes a corn on the cob. Incredible. Why does a McFlurry come with this weird spoon? Like, why can't it come with a regular spoon? I know why. Do you know why? Because when they make the McFlurry, they do the soft serve, put the little lid on, add all the toppings, then spoon goes in last. And then the spoon attaches to the mixer and mixes around the McFlurry using the spoon. I remember the first time I watched them do this, I was like, whoa, that is so cool. Like this video if you did not know that already.
Ever had your peanut butter super low? Ever had your peanut butter super low? This one's not, but let me show you for an example.
Is it a problem to have your peanut butter super low? Is there anything you can do about it besides scoop it out? Or perhaps, oh, my peanut butter is running low. I must run to the store and replenish my stock of peanut butter.
Here we go.
Oh, he's just gonna spin it around and, okay, I know what this hack is.
Times. Good job.
It's all going to go to the top.
Pick it up, scoop it up
if you spin it around.
3 more. There we go.
You know, I too like my peanut butter traumatized.
Grab it. Open it up.
Oh, wow. It's like brand new. Okay, but what if you put it down? It's all gonna sink to the bottom. You know, hurry up, scoop it out while it's still sitting up top. Are people really afraid to get their knife in there? What if I'm getting nut butter around my fingers while I'm scooping it out? Grow up. Explaining to customers the difference between four-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and all-wheel drive. So four-wheel drive, oh, I thought it was four-wheel drive. When it's front-wheel drive, all the torque is in the front two tires. Rear-wheel drive is all of the torque is in the back two tires. And then all-wheel drive, we're hopping around. You know, this is the kind of mansplaining that I appreciate. Like, makes total sense now. Because when you buy a car, you're like, wait, well, which one should I buy? If you're gonna be doing a lot of off-roading or driving in the snow, you need all-wheel drive. Cargo burr, won't get stuck in the snow. Pretty great. I would only ever buy all-wheel drive. Here's an interesting way to grow strawberries. Fill an old rain gutter with soil, plant berries, and harvest them as the overhang. Whoa, wait, these are rain gutters? You know, must be nice to live in a place where you can actually grow things like this. Growing strawberries here, very difficult. But like if you live in a place where you have actual seasons and it rains a lot, you could totally do this. Now take some dirt, plant some strawberries like anywhere and they'll grow. Oh, to live in a moist environment. I'm so jealous of you. You know, y'all have probably seen this Michael Jackson video where he literally leans forward, defying gravity without falling over. How did he do it? Well, apparently anybody can do it as long as they have the right kind of shoes. There is a groove in the bottom of the heel that latches onto a hidden nail in the ground. And watch this. Lean forward without the danger of falling on your face. Also, can we talk about how Muzan looks just like Michael Jackson? Like, coincidence? I think not. The cat refused to take the medicine, so he poured the medicine on it and let it lick itself clean. Life hack, how to get your cat to take its medicine. Through the mouth, by force? Absolutely not. Can't force a cat to do anything, but you got a little something right there. Yeah, let me just clean it off. Bro's about to pass out in 3, 2, 1. It was actually so smart. What if you put him on a spot that I can't reach? Y'all know these flowers, the hydrangeas? Whenever I get a bouquet that has these flowers, it is always wilted. They always look so sad and defeated. Why? You're a flower. You're beautiful. Stand up tall. It's because they don't drink from the root or the stem. They drink from the flowers. So every time I buy these flowers and they look wilted, you have to like let them soak up water. Like let them drink from the actual flowers itself. And then wham, bam, they are back to life, ma'am. Incredible. The things that you learn on the internet. You know, I thought they just couldn't like thrive around here. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys learned something today. Comment below, let me know what it is. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button and the hello friends, it's me. And today I wanted to share with you some cool things that I learned on TikTok.
I was today years old when I found out that that's how you're supposed to play on that thing.
Oh.
Like what?
That's how you're supposed to use them? You're supposed to go down on them? I was doing nothing but climbing these like a ladder and or getting stuck in them. You're supposed to slide down it? I had no idea. All that recess time wasted. So this guy is about to clean his car. Take some glue, pine sol, mix it all up, and then made cleaning slime. Take it out of the cup holder. Oh, so satisfying. So basically, this gets all the dust and grime out of all the little nooks and crannies that you can't reach. Excellent, very clean car. Life hack, how to blow things up with a hair dryer. Take a water bottle, cut the bottom off of it. Make sure you're on the cold air. And then blow her up, it's blowing up, it's actually working. They blew up a whole pool with a hair dryer. I didn't know you could do that. This is something scary that somebody has discovered in a Zoom classroom call. So they're gonna unmute their mic and then mute and then ask a question.
Excuse me?
Yes?
What page are we supposed to be on?
Page 172.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So he got her attention, muted his mic, and then asked the question, and she responded because she could hear him, and the mute button doesn't actually work. So can teachers just hear you, whether you're muted or not? What kind of voodoo magic is this? Let me know if you've tried this out.
She goes, when you warm up the rice, you stick an ice cube on top. The ice cube won't melt.
This is why I love TikTok. So she says, put an ice cube on top in the microwave. It won't melt. It'll steam.
What kind of rice portion is that? You feeding the ants? Whoa. I gotta try this out. So you reheat your rice, put an ice cube on it, and it will steam up the ice, make it all fluffy like brand new, but the ice won't melt? 2021, how to stop a baby from crying. Who's crying now? Parents evolving. Y'all finally figuring this out. I do this to my dogs all the time. They start barking, I just bark back. Well, bam. Silence.
So you know, the next time you're eating a pineapple, it's actually eating you back. That's why your mouth feels tingly and itchy after eating it.
Yes, in school I learned all about this. Pineapples have an enzyme called bromelain, which digests protein. Since your body is made of proteins, the pineapple you're trying to eat will also try to digest you, starting with your tongue and the roof of your mouth. But don't worry, because once you swallow the pineapple, it's over. Your stomach acids will destroy the enzymes. It's not just human flesh. Pineapples are actually a really great way to make like really tough, cheap meat very tender. This one might give you the heebie-jeebies, but meat also has muscle memory. Ooh! What if you try to eat a piece? Why don't vegans show people this? Forget about pineapples trying to eat you. Take a bite of this meat and it start dancing on your tongue. I'm good. Cow may be dead.
The cow never forgets.
So lifesaver mints, if you put them in your mouth and you bite down on them, because they have like nitrogen in them, they actually spark.
Lifesavers have nitrogen in them and they spark? What? So he puts it in his mouth, turns off the light, and then look. You see that little spark? What? Weird. I want to try this now. I had no idea that you could take suction cups, put them on your Mac screen, and pull. The screen is held together by magnets. It's removable. Mine got like a huge crack down the side. I don't know what to do. I didn't know you could literally just pull the screen off and just replace it. Good to know. Not me trying to peel the screen off my MacBook. I don't think it's gonna work.
What is this?
Ooh.
That is a potato bug.
Potato
They're also
bug?
known as Jerusalem crickets. They're not poisonous, but their bites are extremely painful.
Good to know. Why he got such a fat head? He tried to come anywhere near me, I could just bonk, and his head would deflate. Minus 500 IQ. Sorry, potato bug. I don't think anybody realizes how filthy the charging port is inside your phone. Oh, that is crusty and musty. How that gonna be dirtier than the inside of your AirPods? Ooh, I feel like I'm washing a phone facial. They're doing like extractions. Oh, nice and clean. Kinda, not really. Oh, there's more. There's so many more layers of filth. Where's my phone? It's kind of new, so it can't be that filthy. You know what I do? The good old just close your eyes so the dust doesn't like With all the newer cars these days, if you got one of these key fobs, you might not know that there is actually a key inside. So if your battery ever dies, there is a manual lock on the handle. I've had to deal with this many times. Another thing you might not know. So you know the push to start button? You can actually just pull it off like that. And then when your key dies, pop it in. And it just pops right back in place. So you know when you're making stew, soup, anything that causes like the oil and gunk to rise to the top of the pot, you can take a paper towel and just like soak it all up, throw it away. Easy peasy. I was taking a spoon and like skimming off the top. But you know what? That's probably better.
How old were you when you found out that the circle on a jug of milk is actually there to tell you if the milk's good or bad? So when it's inside, it's good, and when it pops out, it means it's gone bad.
I was today years old because I did not know that. If it's past the expiration date, I smell it. Slight stench of spoiled. I pour me a final glass and I throw away the rest. Did you know the Grey Goose bottle has a goose that dances in the light? He's doing his little thing. He just want to have a good time too. Why y'all get to have all the fun with me? I want to have some fun too with his little. Now I'm dizzy as a glizzy.
So we all know that with e.l.f. lipstick, the bottom pops off and there's a little lip balm, right? Well, what if I told you that Ulta does the same?
What? I did not know this. So all those lipstick that have the little color on the end, it pops out and it's like a little mini lip balm. When I tell you I was today years old when I found this out, like I thought it was just there so you can see what color the lipstick is. But no, pops right out. I don't think you guys realize how filthy your sink is.
I have a microscope, so we're gonna see what cool crap we can find with it. So we got blank slide, nice slide cover, then I'm gonna use this to take that off and then put it onto here.
So she took a sample from her sink, put it on a slide. We gonna pop this in the microscope. I was about to say microwave. Worms, literal worms. Those microorganisms not so micro anymore. You can't see it, but it's slithering on in your sink. So next time you drop your toothbrush in there, nah, I'ma still use it. I ain't gonna be happy about it though, but that is gross. I saw a TikTok that shaving cream prevents your mirror from fogging up. So I had to try it myself. That is a lot of shaving cream. How you gonna get it off? Okay, so they finally cleaned it. Time for some steam. Whoa, it worked. It doesn't make your mirror dirty. Like the shower was fogged up, the mirror clear as day. Yay. This is a really cool peanut butter jar hack. They do this in jail to smuggle the contraband. So when the guards come by, they're just like, oh, quick, let me spin my peanut butter jar. And then when you spin it fast enough for long enough, he did it like 30 seconds. The jar was half empty. Now it looked like it's full. This is how they filmed the music video for Bad Romance. Back in high school, this was like the best music video I had ever seen. It's like revolutionary. So there's this part with Lady Gaga spinning. And I'm like, how did they do that? It's the whole squad running around her with a camera on a cart. That's how they did it. And when they edited it, it just looked insane. With all the crystals hanging. Whoa. This is how ice cream bars are made. The machine claws like clamp down on the sticks, hold them real tightly while they bathe in liquid white chocolate, and then hang them up to dry. Pour the excess off. It's a very nice process. Delicious.
How old were you when you found out that you're supposed to hold large packages of water bottles like this, so it doesn't tear any of the plastic while you're holding it? Also, it doesn't hurt to grip it like this at all.
Really? Is that why they have the holes on the sides and like up top? I just whoosh, hold them like this. But I can't hold them very long because they're heavy. Did you know that your car has some nasty drain holes that you need to clean regularly? Look, like he popped it out. Y'all see the gunk come out? The first one is the door drain hole, and then the sunroof drainage hole, and then the trunk drainage hole under the spare tire. Oh, and then in the fuel tank, and then the front engine, we got all these holes we need to drain. So basically when it rains, snows, or maybe you get ambushed by some mudslinging hooligans, the inside of the car gets dirty. Gotta clean it.
So this is crazy. This whole time I've been struggling to like pull these out because I'm not strong enough, but these little tabs are here to make it simpler for you.
Tabs? Since when? Since like Save the Turtles or whatever, they were like, okay, we gonna make it really easy for these turtles to free themselves. I had no idea. I ain't never seen a tab on one of those. But then again, I had never really like scrutinized one of those. I just like accepted it. Also, I don't think I really buy anything that has those. This is a Perrier household.
Here's why you should always put your toilet seat down before you flush. I saw this video 10 years ago and I have never forgotten it.
I think this is the same video that I watched in school more than 10 years ago.
The thing about when you pee is that you get this splatter, this sort of fountain of life splattering back up from the toilet.
When you flush, there's always going to be somewhat of a mist. Let me show you, they use a special camera, they use a black light. So when you flush, in school and I never forgot it. So when I flush, I always close the toilet, or it's like if you're in a public bathroom and they don't have lids, like I flush it and then I get out of there real quick, or I like try to stand back as far away as I can from the toilet. It's going to splatter. Now it ain't gonna be like a fountain that just like splashed you. You probably won't feel it, but just remember that it's there. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something. Comment below, let me know, what did you learn today? If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and the hello friends, it's me. And today we are doing another episode of cool things that I learned on TikTok before they shut it down. You have a dent in your car? No problem. Take some boiling water. Pour it all over that bad boy. It's gonna get too hot for the dent. Pull it out. And that's on free car repair. There is this restaurant that serves you your noodles like this. They just come down a bamboo pipe and then you just pop them in, bro. I don't think I could trust this. This must be what it looks like to not have trust issues. I don't know where that water's been. I don't know if other people in the restaurant put their chopsticks in their mouth and then put them in there, or maybe everybody has their own tube. Is the chef just like, noodles are done, throws them down the slide? What if you missed your noodles and they go to the next table? I have so many questions. So I saw this girl on TikTok who did some DIY dental work, because apparently that's a thing.
So these are my teeth.
I'm using the earring.
So basically she got this powder and you can fill in the gaps with your teeth with it.
For the record, it takes a while to dry.
Look at her teeth! teeth. The before and the after, that is wild. I didn't think this was something that you could do at home, especially not with a freaking back of an earring. And that's on expensive healthcare. So apparently the Venom symbiote is real. I don't know what this substance is, but oh, look, it kind of looks like worms. It's moving. If anyone has any idea what this is, comment below and let me know. It do be looking delicious though. The forbidden black noodles.
This is my really long eyelash. I put mascara on it to try to make it darker to show you. Yes, it is attached to my eye. I've had it my whole life. People are always like, oh my god, there's a hair in your eye, and they'll try to pull it out, but it's attached.
What? Girl, pull it out. How you just gonna let that thing just dangle out of your eye? You could make eyelash pasta with that.
Did you know that if you mix borax and honey and put it out where you have an ant infestation, all of the ants will come to drink the delicious honey, and then it will kill them, solving your problem.
Nice. Man, this was premeditated. I've actually never heard the full audio of this till now. Now you know what to do. Ants be gone. You got a nasty burn in your car seat. So they took a heat gun, heated it up, put some vinyl repair on it, leather dye, texturized that bad boy. A wham bam, brand new leather, man. Boom, flawless, like it never happened. America getting the short stick when it comes to animals. You see, this is what a US squirrel looks like, right? Boring, kind of chunky. And then the Japanese squirrels, what is this? Oh no! Oh man, I got a hold of this, I could just, They kind of look like sugar gliders, but not saying it ain't so. How can they be so adorable? And then you got these. Why do all the animals look like they have mental issues? Look at that, it's mental illness, isn't it? Let them be chunky scavengers in peace. Here's how to properly fold underwear. You know, I just be throwing them in my drawer, but that's how all the underwear places do it. You know, ain't nobody got time for this. I ain't even got time to fold my clothes to match my socks. And y'all, folding and organizing underwear. This is how to hang a picture on the wall. I have struggled with this for years without like looking up any simplified way to do it. So you just put a piece of tape where the holes go on the frame and then put it on the wall. And then you do your little markings. What do you mean, obviously? Obviously, I didn't know because I have hella holes all over my wall. You know, you might wake up some days and be like, wait, how do they put a ship in the water? Whoa, that's a big sploosh. Oh no! I mean, I knew they had to do it some way, but it just wasn't this. Like what, did you think they just build them in the water? Or they just spawn in the ocean? I guess they have to like make them and then transport them and then wham bam ship in the water, ma'am. So easy. So this clothing store, Pretty Little Thing, has these sweatpants for $38. And if you look inside, they're just regular Fruit of the Loom sweatpants that you could get from Walmart for $7. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of companies do this. They will get cheapo clothes, pop their tag on it, and then sell them to more than 10 times the original price. Urban Outfitters does this. Y'all know Champion Clothing. Their hoodies, you can get them like $10 at Walmart. But at Urban Outfitters, they're like $60, $70. This is what a true non-stick pan looks like. So I actually saw an ad for this. Whoa. You didn't even put oil in it. You put like what, some sparkling water, and it just rolls around in there, attaches to the egg, becomes one. Oh wow. I don't want eggs for breakfast unless they're being made like this. At first I saw this, I'm like, wait, this is a normal iPhone, what's up? She hacked her Samsung, an Android phone, to have the interface of an iPhone. Very illegal. Hacks. Now we know it's possible. I've been seeing a lot of these animated home screens on TikTok, and they did like a custom Naruto one, and they're just like 2 halves to a whole. That's pretty lit. Y'all ever wonder what a live bee removal looks like? So they had a bee infestation in the foundation of their house. Oh no. That's a lot of honey. Y'all could probably make a whole box of honeycomb with that. So this is the safe way to take it out. He found the queen bee, got all these bees simping for her, and then they safely transferred all the bees and the honey in a box. Now we're gonna give you another home, not this one. This one belongs to somebody already. Y'all ain't even paying rent. So because of TikTok, I've been learning all these insanely cool features that only Teslas have. There's a mode for when you have your dog in the car, and it says, my owner will be back soon. It's only 71 degrees. He good. He has his snack. He's listening to his favorite music. Please don't break the window. I've been seeing a saw a lot of cool things on TikTok. This is one of them. There are these gold bars that you can buy. They're sold out everywhere now. And you just put them in water, let them soak for a little bit. You can find real gems in them or real gold.
All right, we got 6 left, so let's start here at the top. Go swoosh.
Can you come in here, please?
Obsidian. Oh, just I couldn't find it again. Red jasper or rainbow stone, like it's listed in here. Oh my gosh, we got 2 golds. We got 2 golds. Okay, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. We got 2 golds. Let's go again. Wait. Oh, I got 3. Oh my goodness, I got 3.
You can find real gold. Dubai been real quiet since this came out. How long does Purell take to sanitize? So I thought hand sanitizer worked right away. Apparently not. 1 second, 8 seconds, nope, germ's still there. 25 seconds. So apparently after 30 seconds, you're clean and good to go. So don't just like pop, 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 pop. No, you gotta wait like 30 seconds before you put your hands back in your mouth. Ever wondered what it's like to have a piranha as a pet? Or, you know, like a whole tank of them?
Now, I want to name an interesting fact about piranhas, and that is they will make sure that everybody eats. They'll bite off a piece and make space for other piranhas to have a piece as well.
They eat the whole thing until the bone. Nobody thought their coin was clean, but if you ever wondered the process it takes to actually clean a coin, I'm not talking about running over the sink, dipping it in some coin cleaner. They put some effort into, oh, look, it actually sparkled. Are you telling me every single penny on this planet sparkled at a time in its life? Like, look at that before and after. My coin has been around the block more times than you could count. Disgusting! Hacks 101. You see, I have tried this before and it didn't work, but then I saw a bunch of other people trying it and it worked for them. So surely it must work. And then you open it back up. Bam, brand new peanut butter tip. This was actually a jail hack because inmates would smuggle some stuff into their peanut butter jar and make it look like it was never opened. Want to take a picture of the moon? You see, this is how most of the time it looks like. So zoom all the way in and tap the moon to focus. Drag the exposure all the way down. Boom, there you go. No way! You can actually see the moon and not some lit up ball surrounded by darkness. That's how you do it. Travel hacks a lot of people don't know about. Flights are cheaper on Tuesdays at midnight and more expensive on Friday night. Use a VPN from another country to save money big time when booking a flight. So if you're booking a flight to Japan, use a VPN to make it look like you're buying a flight from Japan. The cheapest day to depart is Wednesday and the cheapest day to return is Tuesday for domestic flights and Wednesday for international flights. I always try to travel like in the middle of the week because I know that's the cheapest. Who wants to know how Taco Bell cooks their beef? Ew, so it comes in plastic bags. It doesn't even look like beef and like bags of slime. And they just steam it up. Wham bam beef, fam. I mean, this is how Panera Bread does it. This is how a lot of fast food places do it. It's called fast food for a reason. We ain't got time to cook, season, and prepare fresh ground beef. It doesn't work that way. I don't think any of the fast food places have fresh cooked meat. I'll be lucky if they have green lettuce. Next time I go to Japan, I really want to do this. So there's a ride at Universal. It's an Attack on Titan ride. This is so insanely cool. So it's like you're gliding through the town. Oh no, you're about to get eaten! No! Big fun. So in Peru, there are these tours where they take you in a van. I actually did the same exact thing when I went to Peru several years ago. It looks like you're driving off of a cliff. There is a road, but it's just so dang narrow. And then you look down and it's terrifying. And the van like sways side to side. Like all these dudes just chilling like, bro, don't worry about it. It's nothing. We do this all the time. Like it's really fine, but you're just like a few inches from like tipping over and falling down. Like there were several times where I thought like, how are we doing this? How is this safe? We're gonna die, but I'm still here. Things in Japan that totally make sense. So in the public library in Japan, there is a book sanitizer. So you get any book, pop it in there, and then you can sanitize the book. It even has a fan going to like get all in between the pages and everything. This is absolute genius. I don't know why we don't have this everywhere. Like all the libraries I've been to, they got some like crazy architecture. So I know you got enough budget to afford one of these. This is a really weird thing that birds do.
That's a killdeer nest on the ground. So they act like they have a broken wing and they try to get your attention. And then when you get closer, they draw you away from their nest. It's pretty cool. Nature is awesome.
Wow, scumbag! Oh no, a human has discovered my nest. I thought it would blend perfectly with all these colorful rocks. Apparently not. Bird pretends it got hurt. This is what my dog does when he wants attention. So you're like, oh no, a damaged bird. And it's like, ha, gotcha. Follow me. Get the human away from my nest. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something new. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and the Today we are watching some of the creepiest TikToks I could find on the internet. When you go into your house, you have to immediately lock your door. Why? Because you never know what might be following you. Like this family just got home, got into their door, bro, close the door. Why is it taking so long? Hurry up. Like this guy was following them home and then just made it to their house and tried to break in. Good thing they locked it. Bro, step back. Step away from the camera.
Who is that? Get out of here.
What does he want?
Get out of here.
Bro, looking for some snacks? Like, this is so creepy. I mean, this guy is the reason you should always lock your door. You never know if somebody's following you. And if they didn't lock their door, who knows what would have happened to them. Personally, I am so paranoid about people following me. So it's like, as soon as I get in my car, lock the doors. As soon as I pull up to my house, close the garage, lock the door. This girl posted a TikTok, terrified, inside her own home, and that it's time to move out. Why? What's over there? Flip the camera, let me see. Bro, that's literally a face. Did you see that? From like far away, I was like, wait a second. Is that somebody there? And then she zoomed in.
Not today, Satan.
Bro, that's definitely a face. Our grandma wanted to show you her new makeup tutorial. Grandma's been dead for 7 years, by the way. There was another one caught on camera. There's definitely somebody up there. Or something. I don't know, it's in the shower. Bro, I would have freaked out, but there's nothing there. What do you mean there's nothing there? We saw it on camera. Those are some hands, those are some fingers. You're telling me that thing disappeared? Bro, yeah, it's time to get out of this house. No, I'd rather sleep outside than be in the same building as whatever this thing is. It's literally telling me to come closer. Yeah, I would be crying and hiding too. Cause girl, what is that? That's somebody's shadow. That's a shadow? Wait, I thought it was a shadow at first, but no, it moved. No, nobody's safe in their own house. There are some crazy things that get caught on camera. Like, I don't know if it's real. Like, I can't even tell if it's real or not. Smash like if you think it's real. Some of these look really real. This next video is from footage found on a playground in Michigan on May 7th, 2007. So it's pretty old. Maybe older than some of you guys. And it is very disturbing. So it looks like there's like a filter going on. And then, whoa, what was that? What did he just do? What just happened? He like scared her. I don't know if he like transformed into something, showed his true self. But basically it scared her so bad that she started running away immediately. And then wait a second, are those more kids at the playground? Why are they at the playground at night? Okay, she went in the slide. The other kids ran away and he's like chasing them. Okay, well he showed his hand. Maybe he's in human form, but we still haven't seen his face. They were never able to find this cameraman. But this weirdo is hiding in the slide. What was that? What was that? What the heck is that? Bro, that is definitely a demon straight out of Jujutsu Kaisen. This has got to be one of the scariest videos I've seen on the internet. He looks old, but he's dressed like a baby, and he's covered in stuffed animals. You know, it could just be a costume. Bro looks so creepy. This, whatever creature this is definitely gonna give me nightmares. You know, whatever that is, the demon slayer's gotta slay it. Hey, when did tall people become creepy? You know, bro is just casually 12 feet tall. He's height mogging you. Step away. Don't worry, I don't think he can fit through the door frame. You have nothing to worry about. Oh, there's another one? Oh, this one knows how to bend over. When she says she likes tall and skinny guys, then this thing spawns in your living room. And then this isn't even the same guy. You know, they're just height moggers. You know, I have a feeling if you closed your door, they wouldn't be able to get in. POV, running to your room at night and you look back.
What is that?
What is that? This is why we close our door. Close it, lock it, slam it in his face. You know when you're asleep at night and it gets a little too warm, so you kick the covers off your feet? This is the guy who's gonna wait for you to slide your feet slightly off the bed so you can yank them. Yeah, new fear unlocked. Throwback to when I was recording my neighborhood cat and saw this. What did you see? Who's there? Oh, is there a person standing there? Oh, looks like a shadow. Oh, they're running. Maybe they were just as scared to see you as you were to see them. Oh, maybe bro was going for a nighttime stroll. It was like, oh no, the TikTokers. They out here recording me once again. Let me go hide behind this tree. You know, not every scary TikTok has a scary story behind it. And I don't think this one was. I think this dude was just running away from the camera flash in the distance. Oh, my back, bro! Oh! How are they so bendy? Okay, at this point, I'm low-key more impressed than I am scared. I think this is like a contortionist. They're basically an acrobat with extreme flexibility and basically move themselves in ways that seem impossible. Like, bro, when they pulled that back crack, oh, they folded in half. Oh! Man, I can't imagine being able to touch your to your head without breaking your back. Oh, goodness gracious, bro. When they hit the... Oh! I need to crack my back. Oh, did you hear that? That was a good crack. Like, head to the back of the knees. Bro, if I saw this at the end of a hallway, I'm laying down. I'm giving up. You know, realistically, I don't think they would do any damage. You know, it's harmless. It doesn't attack. It just makes TikTok videos. It cannot hurt you. Ma'am. What was that behind you? Oh. Oh, there it is. There's the face. Don't worry, it's just the neighbors. I'm never cleaning my windows again. Yo, where is he? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, judging by the fingers, it's definitely human. Where did he go? He has to be in here. The window's open. I don't know why that scared me so bad. I wasn't expecting him to be there. Like, as soon as you turn the corner, there he is. Dorito chip head waiting for you. Dang, he got some long arms. Bro, he got arms down to his feet.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
You know, in the beginning, maybe he was just wondering how you wash the windows. Like, bro, teach me. I want to know how to clean the windows too. And at the end, he's still wondering what solution mixture you use to clean the windows. I don't think he's a bad Dorito chip. I think he's just curious. Bro, what is that? Ew, what is that? Ew! Me checking into the cheapest Airbnb I could find. Like, they got roaches. No, it's not a roach. That's our pet lizard, Danny. He lives there. That's his bed. Now find another bed. That thing is so creepy. I do not like it. I do not claim this negative energy. I would hate to see Danny at an Airbnb. This guy had a haunted doll in his closet. Is she gonna move? Oh, wait. Why is the shadow behind her moving? Please don't tell me she's gonna start running. Wait a second. No, it's not even the doll itself. Did you see that? Zoom in. There was somebody behind her. There is something behind the doll. Also, come on, 2 seconds to look at this doll right here. Why do you own one of these? If you have this in your house, you are asking for creepy paranormal things to happen. Like, oh yes, a lovely haunted doll from the 1920s at a vintage shop. I'm gonna bring her home with me. Yeah, and whatever 19 1920s demon that owned her is also coming into your home. Yep, it's a 2-for-1. Like, I refuse to believe that these things don't have like haunted spirits living inside them or that are attached to the dolls. Like, bro, close that door, lock that thing in there. This is so creepy. Not only is it creepy, is it unacceptable. Like, that thing gotta go. I would never buy a haunted doll. You know, I know some people collect them, but when you start hearing crazy things at night, pots being thrown around, somebody breathing on your toes while you're asleep, oh yeah, that cute little doll you have in the closet, that might be the reason why. Oh, look at this snowman. It has teeth. Oh, you can't mess around with Frosty like that. Like, what were you doing? Give him a little belly rub. Oh, whoa! He made the human? You know, what kind of alternate universe is this? The humans are supposed to make the snowmen, but this snowman makes the humans and then flings them into the abyss. You know, good thing he's AI generated and he can't really hurt you. They found a crack in their wall and then stuck a flashlight to it. That is definitely an eyeball. Did you see it move? You know, smash that like button if you saw it move. Like, that kind of looks like a cat. Like, is there a cat stuck in the wall? Or is there a werewolf living in there? It's just so creepy. Like, bro, what do you do in this situation? There is clearly something alive and hiding behind that wall. How do you get it out? Do you even want to get it out? If it's a cat, yes. If it's a werewolf or something, no. You know what? I'm a patch it up and give you the good old landlord special. Now close up that hole. Never want to see you again. This other person found a tiny hole inside their wall. And they're like, ooh, I wonder what's in it. You can't really stick your eyeball in there. So they stuck their phone camera inside the tiny little hole. No way, there's an eyeball in there. There is somebody looking back at you. Did you see that? That's definitely an eyeball. Who's on the other side of this wall? Okay, let's take a deep breath, calm down, think of a logical explanation. It could be your nosy next door neighbor, especially if you share a wall with your neighbor. They could have just made that tiny hole to spy on you. Like, patch that thing up. Man, you decided to look through this hole at the wrong time because that's when he was doing his peeping. Bro got caught. Call the cops on this guy. Call the cops on this eye that belongs to this guy. Bro, again with the tall people. Yeah, just because you're tall doesn't mean you're creepy. Maybe mother is just making dinner in the kitchen. Man, why are you hiding from her? Unless that is in fact not your mother. And a giant lady is making a sandwich in your kitchen, you know, then you can be afraid. Wait, let's get a better look. Come on, I want to see. What is she doing? Oh, wait, she's gone! You know, I will say, the tallest and the biggest people have the quietest footsteps. And I can't explain it. It's like an elephant. You know how large an elephant is? But their footsteps are so gentle and quiet. It's like they're not even there. Me, I'm a little guy, but I got the loudest footsteps in the room. Okay, where did she go? Let's go see what she made. Did she make dinner? What's in the pot? Don't be her face, don't be her face. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna eat any of those cockroaches. Bro, put the lid back on before her dinner gets cold. Oh, Grandma, what you gonna do with that carrot? Don't worry, I didn't touch your cockroach pot. Like, girl, that's all you. No, let her have it. Yeah, I'm very afraid to see what she does with that giant carrot. Okay, is there something in the cabinet? Something weird going on? Oh no, I hate a jump scare, bro. That one got me. Hold on, did you see that? There was nothing in there. There was nothing in the cabinet. Look, he opened it up. He literally opened it up. And then, bro, what was that? Like, where did that come from? That was somebody's head. A whole head peeked out. Absolutely not. How does the mirror know what's behind it? So she held up a towel so that she is completely covered and cannot see her reflection at all. And then put a lemon in front of the towel. And then when you turn the camera, how does it know? How does it know that there is a lemon behind the towel? How does the mirror know what's behind reflect it when it doesn't even see it. So this is called the angle of incidence. This is an angle that you learn about in physics. So this TikTok explains it very well.
Light will reflect off an object and into the mirror, and you'll be able to see it as long as your viewing position.
And they use a laser pointer to reflect the rays of light off of a mirror. So if there's something behind
themselves, they are wondering how the mirror.
You'll be able to see it.
This is due to the angle of incidence. So in the simplest way possible, light will reflect off an object and into the mirror, and you'll be able to see it.
Well, you learn something new every day.